Hello, hello, and welcome everybody. Thank you for that follow, Christy. That's nice. Lovely. What's up? What's up? Today we are going to have some pretty darn good matches, I do believe so. Already, Dream and Creator starting it off, kicking it off here for us today. Doing a little bit of vetoing right now as we are just kind of waiting for this one to start, of course. 2 best of 5s, best of 7. You know what? Just a regular day for ITaX. That's what we do. It's what we do. Get 4 top-notch Koreans and make them do battle for your amusements. Also a little bit of our own amusements as well, not gonna lie. Yeah, Creator versus Dream. This is going to be an interesting one. Wondering what kind of stuff we're going to be seeing here from Creator. I know Dream has really been, he's really been kicking it and really been turning it up a notch ever since, I believe it was his big run in GSL. He probably was kicking it up a notch as well before then, but just a little bit outside of my own view. And, well, it's awesome to see him going up and up continuously. And yeah, wondering where that ship is going to land, you know, or where it's gonna, how do you call it, like a regular ship, where it's gonna dock? Is that a good word? Where it's gonna beach? Where the ship is gonna be? Doesn't really sound as good if it's a ship beaching, does it? Anyway, I'm gonna quickly take a gander at these 2 players right here. Looks like Dream, yeah, overall, not just in my mind's eye, but also statistically speaking, looks like he is on top of his game right now. Has been climbing up the rating for ever since the start of 2019, really, and it's been going up ever since, it looks like. So props to him. Let's take a look. He took out Hurricane recently. That's a Protoss he was fighting against. He lost 0-3 to Zest, actually, not that long ago. Was that in one of our ITaX events? It may have been. I feel like we've seen Dream and Zest a couple of times already in these types of things, so that could very have been us. Losing 1-2 versus Stats as well. Now those guys, they are a little bit of the top notch. The previous time Creator and Dream fought against one another was a, let me see, what day is that? The 9th of July. And Dream took it 2-1, so that seems like it's pretty close, right? Seems like it's pretty close. I'm not quite sure how those matches went, of course, but you know, 2-1. It's only a best of 3, so a little bit up in the air. Thank you for all these follows, by the way, guys. That's very cool of you. I should give you guys a shout out as well. Mr. Woodoo, No Row, and Christophe, Simon's X. Thank you all. Thank you all for those follows. Hope you guys will enjoy this StarCraft 2 that's coming your way. Gonna be hitting you in the face with a bunch of StarCraft 2 games right here, and you're bound to enjoy it. The pummeling of overall great esports, and if not, well then you're shit out of luck. Let's take a look. What are these guys? Their overall score ratings. Dream versus Protoss, actually his best matchup. A lot of Terrans, they do struggle still with the new Protoss ranking, and this is of course still a lot of old matches as well, pre-shield battery buff, I would imagine, right? So maybe this is going down a little bit, but it's rough. It's rough to completely give a full picture, of course, just by looking at these things. All right. Apparently, Inu is asking us if I'm ready. Well, all the casters are ready as well. Such a nice guy. Actually getting this type of stuff going. Not a lot of players would ask if the caster is ready. They usually just are like, all right, I'm ready, you're ready, let's go. The casters, they're just, they're probably just talking, ignoring the chat, and they're not wrong. Looking at statistics and stuff, you know, trying to come up with a way to sound smart and predict what's going to happen here. So what I'm going to do, Dream going to do a 3-1 victory here, I would assume. Just looking at these statistics. The statistics have spoken. But yeah, I think so. Dream clearly the favorite. 3-1 seems like a reasonable score to expect here, right? Is that going to be the case? I don't know. Well, we're going to have to wait and see. Here we go. In the bottom left side, we have ourselves that blue Terran player fighting for Brave Star Gaming. He is none other than Dream. And his opponent, is he actually still in the Jin Green Wings? I think he might be, right? He should be. Huh. Anyway, he is Creator. It's 8 a.m. in Korea. I don't think it is 8 a.m. in Korea. It's usually later in Korea than it is right now. It's probably like 7 p.m. 7 or 8 p.m. Something like that. Oh, thank you for that host. SC2 full. Much appreciated. Trados in here as well. What's up, my man? How you doing? Look at him. Look at him rocking that diamond in the pink. The VIP man himself. Organizing all sorts of stuff. Anyway. This is something. This is something else, isn't it? I'm doing good too. I'm doing great as well. You know, always good with a bit of StarCraft 2. Always a lot of fun. Proxy Stargate, a bit of a max spec stuff here going on. Let's wait to see how Creator will be able to make this work. Of these series, yeah, they're great, aren't they? It's just some good old best of 5s, you know, best of 3s. They always feel like a little bit of a letdown, ultimately, to me at least, right? Whenever somebody wins, it's like, well, yeah, sure, but it got pretty close there, and ultimately, I feel a little bit like there's some stuff left to be desired. If there's one single oof of a game, right? One single mistake, like, oh, you didn't see the Dark Templar. Suddenly, somebody's on a significant lead overall. Best of 5s, best of 7, just diminishes that a little bit, right? It's still influential. Don't get me wrong, but ultimately doesn't quite impact the entire series as much. So yeah, Dream does get the scout here. Sees that there's not much going on in the main base of the natural of Creator, I should say, necessarily, right? No Nexus going down there. Getting a little bit of a block right now. If he gets that Enshi Bay up, or a bunker, you know, might as well make a bunker. That's fair too. That's fair game. Stalker already under a little bit of pressure here as well. Killing off a soldier, I want to say. That's a Marine. Thank you, Kozan. Oh, the Reaper! The Reaper goes down as well, but so does this first initial Stalker, and that's a big deal. Those Stalkers, well, I guess the Reaper as well, right? Regenerate a bunch of HP. You want to keep those alive for as long as possible. This Stalker still, though, looking to cancel, well, not cancel, but slow down that command center here, just for a little bit longer. 2 Marines getting a little bit low on the HP, and there's an Adept coming in now as well. Another SCV comes in to try and get this sorted. Both of the Marines do die. So that's a bit of a predicament. A predicament, I should say. Dream here does get that block off with a starport on the main door. Surprisingly, he built his second supply depot over here. I wonder if he just kind of lost his attention there for a second. Kind of felt like he just had to get it as quickly as possible there. Didn't quite pick that up in time anyway. Ooh, it's not the good time to move there in the camera. Alright, anyway. Stalker, quite low on the HP bar right now. The Adept, pretty healthy still. But with the Widowmines here, it's going to be difficult for him to really engage anything, right? But he's done an alright job, I would say. Right? Killing only a single SCV. Slowing down that command center for a really long time. Killing off 4 Marines. But ultimately, I mean, he had his own Nexus quite delayed as well. So it doesn't look like the work account really speak in favor of him at the moment. Apparently I still have a certain little timer on the bottom that I'm not supposed to have. Huh. I don't know where that's coming from. It's not on this one, at least. Maybe somebody else already turned it off. It's my lovely boy Sushi here. Sushi! Sushi! Help me! Ah, it's alright. He'll fix it, I'm pretty sure. He's always on these types of things. Always in the backside of everything. Fixing, tweaking, making things work. Anyway, the Adept numbers and the Stalker numbers here growing rather rapidly. And without anything here at the main base to help this stuff out. That's the issue. GG. There's a As still stream elements from total 3 kingdoms. I don't know why. It's not on the regular Nightbot, is it? Stream elements. Oh, it's stream elements, right? Okay, so they... Ah, of course they have a different bot, don't they? Yes, 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 that's right. The ins and outs. Anyway, that max packs builds, man, that was a bummer. That was a bummer there for Dream getting caught off guard, but it works out wonderfully there for Creator. Just a little bit of a snowball scenario, right? He didn't quite manage to do the economic damage, but he killed off a ton of Marines, so he still had an opportunity to just come on in there at a later point in time and really put the pressure on to Mr. Dream, who already took quite significant losses on his stuff. Yeah. Thank you, Sushi. Thank you. All right. Perfect. Perfect. We're all good. Smooth sailing from here. Next game up. Going to be played on Submarine. A smaller map right now in the map pool. Probably the smallest map, if I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm not. I remember with Nation Wars, somebody getting particularly bullied by a certain someone else because they underestimated the size of a certain map. So I guess I'm overestimating the smallness of this map, maybe, perhaps. Or underestimating the smallness of the other maps. One of those two. Whatever. It doesn't quite matter, does it? Doesn't quite matter. Because we're going to be playing StarCraft 2 on this one, nonetheless. I guess it does matter because we are playing StarCraft. What am I saying? Sometimes the words get a little bit scrambled up in my dome. But anyway. Was not expecting this one from the red Protoss player in the bottom right side. Jeanette Greenwing's Creator. Taking the first game right now. Looking to get 2 more, and he will be sitting high and pretty in the finals, waiting for whichever opponent will be coming up to him. Whether that be DRG or Zest, but don't count this man out just quite yet. He is a very talented Terran player. He is, of course, the one and only Blue Terran Bravestar Gaming's Dream. Probe here, kind of on the run, trying to escape, be annoying as long as possible, looking out for whether or not that that command center will be thrown down. Creator this time around not going for the proxy anything, so, well, at least not yet. Can still be something happening, of course, as we don't know where that second pylon is going to be placed just quite yet. But we're not seeing any probes out on the map, and he's keeping this one very close at the base of Dream, so we can kind of infer that there's not likely something like that going to happen. And yeah, there's the Nexus actually coming down. So Dream playing it extremely safe right now for the moment. It's, well, extremely safe. It's just a safe opening, right? The Reaper. Actually, this is pretty much the same thing he did the previous time. He's not scouting either, is he? Well, going straight towards the base. Not really scouting for proxies. There is a probe right now out on the map, so we may still see ourselves a proxy starport or something of the likes. Proxy Twilight into the Dark Shrine, of course. Also a possibility on a location like this. Wouldn't expect it to be a robo, although, you know what, a robo with a War Prism from here may also still be quite valuable. Quite a lot of angles you can set up and try to get your initial damage off. Surprise attack from the back door. SCV in a little bit of trouble, has to evacuate the construction site for a little bit, but that Reaper does manage to secure it once again. Stalker about to be ready though, but it looks like that shoot. Oh, okay, no, he decides to back off here. Does not commit for that probe. Probably the right choice as he has that bunker on the way, of course. We'll be able to get a lot more value this way. Oh my dear lord, alright. Well, that SCV did go down. That's a bit unfortunate. Didn't get inside of the bunker. He left the vicinity being like incredibly proud. Look guys, I did it. I finished the bunker. Immediately, just a laser in his face. Vaporized. That's a rough day. That's a rough day on the job. He never got to turn around and see the bunker as it was completed. His life's work. Right, there's the salvage on the bunker. Does manage to get it. Reaper back into the main base. Might be able to get another couple of probes here, as there is one that's very low, and there we go. And you know what? 3 probe kills in total. I'd say that's pretty good. That's pretty good. For a Reaper in a single bunker that did get salvaged. He did lose the SCV, I suppose, as well, but gets the scout off too. That there's no tech in the main base of Creator, which, you know, now he knows that he has to be careful for anything. For anything that could happen. It is going to be this Oracle. There's a Widowmine there underneath the SCVs. Oracle trying to get in there without getting shot, but ultimately those Widowmine range just a little bit too much for him to really get any damage sorted right now. And backs up again. Just backs up again. Back to the safe space of the yellow meadow. That is submarine. Robotics facility and Phoenix is on the way right now as well, actually. We already have a single Phoenix. Yes, we do. So a second. Wondering how many he's going to get. It is something, you know, sometimes you have incorporated with the PvT matchup. Very useful at stopping any type of Widowmine attacks. Oh my god, are you kidding me? How is this? Really? That Marine needs new glasses. That's just... that's a bit ridiculous. Alright, couple of Stalkers here, ready to prod the front door. Doesn't look like Dream is really committing with those Widowmines as far as I'm aware. Yeah, no medevac yet on the way. It's gonna go for that reactor first and foremost, so... playing it cool, playing it relaxed. Nice targeting there for Dream. Continuously poking the same Stalker there, forcing Creator a little bit further backwards, since that one Stalker is in the red right now. Doesn't want to lose anything, unnecessarily so. Robotics Bay as well, getting constructed. So yeah, Creator just starting to really tack up right now. As Dream behind this, what is his plan? It's looking again like a little bit of the 2-base timing attack builds, right? With the stim, the combat shield, and the +1 all finishing up around the same time. You would be expecting a move out here. Now, this is not necessarily anymore the case. Sometimes we do just see Terrans taking the 3rd base, but with a lack of siege tanks here, I'm not sure if that's going to be the case. The Widowmine's a little bit more prone to be aggressive, I suppose. I mean, if you're planning to just set up defensively, why not get those siege tanks? They a bit more stable for the defense if you're able to pre-set up anyway. It's gonna go across the fields right now, and there he goes. Did get that hallucinated Phoenix. Job well done, I would say. Observer does spot all of this happening though at the same time. We do not have any type of upgrades. Oh, that status trap there, catching both those Widowmines. That's a big deal. Those instantly could vaporize, of course, one of the big units right now. Force fields did get a little bit scrambled up right now, but oh my dear lord, he gets right on top of that Colossi before the shield battery overcharge kicks in, and suddenly, you know what, this attack actually shooting down quite a lot. The shield battery overcharge not quite being able to help out that Immortal either, so a bit of mismanagement there from the Protoss player. Does have another Colossus, but taps on out of there. Not much he could do at that moment in time anymore. Especially after not hitting those force shields, not hitting his shield battery overcharge on the Colossus, and then not getting the Immortal, well, keeping the Immortal alive either. I know with Immortal, you know what, doesn't do bonus damage to Marines, which most of that force was Marines. But if you target down those Marauders, or even just Marines, right, with an Immortal, they do a boatload of damage, and they will be able to whittle down that ball of bio rather quickly, especially if your force fields are on point. None of that really the case there, unfortunately. I think Creator still got caught with his pants down a little bit there, unfortunately. So, yeah, tying up the series here does Dream. And suddenly, once more, it's basically a best of 3 right now. So, worthy attempt by Creator in that second game, trying to sneak in some damage with the Stargate. But then again, also going for the Phoenixes, right? So if you go for the Phoenixes, you're hoping that the Terran will commit for those Widowmine drops. That way, you can get that value out of the Phoenixes. But if then the Terran just kind of marches across the map, the Phoenixes a little bit less useful in those situations, right? Those straight up fights, we know that that's not really where they shine, even though we saw Prince recently actually trying to just straight up fight Hydras with them every single fight. Didn't work out either for him, unfortunately. But anyway, so well played there by Dream, kind of realizing what he had to go for there. Instead of going for the harassment style with the Widowmines and such, just keeping everything together and then going across the field, sniping down that Colossus with like an absolute beast. Committing even through the force fields there. Again, right, lesser Terran would be like, well, do I really want to commit here with these force fields in the way? It's going to be a little bit tricky for me to get right on top of that Protoss army, but just going for it, shooting it down, and not slamming on those brakes unnecessarily, so just straight on ahead, full speed, full throttle. Thank you for the follows as well, Beef Stewie and Pyrometer. Much appreciated. Hope you guys enjoy yourself some good bit of StarCraft 2, since I think we got quite a bit of that coming up. Perfectly timed. I am the maestro of the Stinger effect. Alright. In the bottom left side, we have ourselves a blue Terran player fighting for the Brave Star. Game is tying it up right there. Not getting cheesed out of his mind that time around. He is Dream. And the top right, his opponent lurks. He is the red Protoss. He's none other than Jinnar Greenwings. He is Creator. Gateway. How convenient. Typical Protoss and Terrans making their gateways, making their barracks. Alright. It's what it is. It is what it is. It's not across the map, at least, right? That's on its own already quite a nice thing to have happen here. Creator once again going for the scout as well, though. Does not look like he's planning to throw down another pylon somewhere and another gateway again. I mean, it worked out rather nicely, game number 1. Makes you wonder why he wouldn't be, you know, willing to try it again here, when it's not all up in the air just quite yet. Right, still has another game. If he fumbles this one, still has another game. And Dream actually does manage to get the block off on that Nexus right there with the engineering bay. Being forced to take the third base by Creator here, or for Creator. It's a nasty one, because he went for that cyber core before the Nexus, the SCV got there in time, and that means a rather nice overall comparison in expansion timings here for Dream. They got blocked a little bit there by the probe as well, I do believe, but doesn't have to go for an entire different base location. Factory and a marine, actually continuous marine production. There is still that one Reaper, of course, out on the map as well. He's gonna try to build a bunker here behind this Nexus. Bit of a micro battle going on, micro wars. Trying to outduke the Adept, and kind of doing so, in fact. I wonder why Creator cancelled that Shade. Probably because he didn't want to have the Reaper just scoot on by, right? And then get into that main base. Oh, gets the Reaper just before he gets into the bunker there. Dream a little bit early on there. Another proxied Stargate here as well, so it's now up to this SCV to scout what he can. Doesn't see quite as much as he would like to. Only the 2 adapts right there being revealed, really. Widowmines in the production tab right here as well. And as long as he puts them into a good position, the Oracle opening here for Creator shouldn't get too much done, right? should not be able to get too much done. But, alright, yeah, it is the Oracle. I was like, could it be Void Race? Sometimes we do see the Void Race now, a little bit more often, so who knows. But, nah, it's gonna just be a regular good old Oracle. Widow Mines. Where did this Widow Mine go? It is right there behind the refinery, so should be a good place. We're waiting now for the Oracle, of course, to come in, make his appearance, his grand debut. It's gonna be a flop. It might be. Oh dear lord, that is rough. Not a single SCV. I think. Yeah, it's not a single SCV that went down there. That is very rough. It's gonna have to rely more so on the Adepts right now. The Adepts doing an okay job getting 2 already here. But you have to wonder, what if he just came in at the same time with the Adepts and the Oracle? Well, I guess then he would have even flown more into the Widow Mine, if that's a possibility. It's a rough one. The gateway gets thrown down. We still seeing probes in the production tab as well, so this is an interesting one. Trying to make use of mostly Adepts right now. Oh, one of them a little bit early with the shade. So watch out, one nice jump away from the Widow Mine there. Does not get just absolutely melted by the AoE damage. And you know what, these Adepts actually doing quite a number on the numbers of all the Marine count right now. Not quite enough to make things work here. Now, on top, oh, that was a Widow Mine hidden there, so this could be an opportunity here for the Marines to actually get some real damage going. How many Marines do we have? Only 6 of them. 4, of course, in that bunker right now, helping out quite a bit. We'll be able to take out 1, make that 2 of those Adepts. Has to pull the SCVs, trying to get the repair going, but not in time. And suddenly there's all these Adepts in his main base. There's a siege tank about to be ready, though. The energy of the Oracle is about to be gone as well, so ultimately you would expect Dream to take this. He cannot afford to put that siege tank into siege mode, obviously. That will just get shaded on top of and then get killed off. Oh dear lord, the SCVs don't want that siege tank to help out the rest of the SCVs. They're like, no, don't go there, Mr. Tank, it's dangerous. Alright. It's like people all slamming into the fire door when there's a fire, and ultimately it just causes more people to die. This is a nice opening here, right? 47 workers for Creator right now versus only 30 for Dream. Taking quite a bit of damage, but of course at the cost of 14 of those Adepts and a single Oracle. He's still making more Adepts right now. He's getting Adept Glaives as well, actually. Very interesting. Should have a War Prism as well quickly in production, I would imagine. There we are. And a Dark Shrine follow-up. And instead of taking his natural base, he's like, you know what, let's just keep going with the natural flow of things and expand to the fourth base location over here. A little bit of a hidden one. A little bit of a hidden base. Is he trying to get himself into many businesses now, though? That's the real question, right? Doing the harassment, doing the expanding, tacking up still as well. I mean, he's killing off plenty of SCVs to make this worth, so I think it's absolutely fine. Another siege tank on the top here. Oh, a little bit too close to the supply depots. Does get absolutely melted. So do the Adepts, though. We'll be able to finally kind of get some... oh, well, just as I say so. More Adepts shade on in, ready to pillage the mineral line once again here. But finally, more than enough Marines here to finally turn the tide against these Adepts. And more Adepts still on the way, though. Creator does not know when to quit. Will not just give up so easily. Still has the Dark Templar as well, right? As a secondary objective. I guess he's just trying to kill off as many SCVs as possible. Dream now. He's torn because he's gonna have to use as many of these of his energy, as much of his energy, versus well, to use mules instead of the scanning versus the Dark Templar later on. Right here we have now the Dark Templar making his first appearance on the field. There is a scan available though, but there's a Dark Templar in the main base as well. Yes, there is. Look at that boy go. Invisible as always. The drop from Dream as well, trying to get some damage dealt. This missile turret will go down. So when you see there's still 10 seconds on the clock before we have another one of those scans. And I think, you know what, Creator just absolutely showing us how in a different way you can play PvT here. And doing rather nicely. Another missile turret almost ready. We do have a scan available. A single one of them, though. Only 4 Mariners here, though, as well, to clean up these Dark Templar. Oh, it looks like they will be enough. It's always scary, as, of course, the 2 Dark Templar just one-shotting 2 Marines, and then suddenly you only have 2 Marines, right? So all of your Marines just going like that. The drop for Dream is getting some work done here, but ultimately... Oh, does have a scan available as well. You know what? He needs to do quite a bit here, right? It's still an enormous amount of difference here in the work account, but you know what? That's a good start right there. Definitely getting some stuff going. Pulling the probes here. Maybe a little bit too quickly back onto the minerals. Giving a bit of an opportunity there. Oh no! The full medevac gets picked off right there. Oh, that is rough. That is rough. That was most of the... well, the biggest chance there for Dream, of course, to make something happen. 22 kills, though. That's admirable, right? That's a solid start to get back into this game. But ultimately, he took so much damage early on. He took 36 SCVs, and that was way earlier in this game. Of course, in the game of StarCraft, the earlier you get those SCV kills or the probe kills, the better off you are. Dark Templar here will be able to get that reactor. Oh, no, just barely doesn't get it. Widowmine there, going off on a DT. I never knew DTs could survive a Widowmine hit. Was that actually because it went back to invisible as the projector was trying to lock onto him? So it wasn't actual full damage, it was just like AoE damage? Interesting, very, very interesting. Don't see that every day. Right. Finally cleans this up, but of course, I mean, that's not the only warp-in points available here for Creator. As that Warp Prism as well still available to him. And, well, I guess another pylon just above that. And then a base. And another base and another base. Alright, well, Dream, he's gonna go for it. His army supply is still pretty reasonable, right? But, moving backwards right now in order to try and deal with these Zealots. The Zealots very wisely take out the missile turrets. It's gonna force Dream into more missile turrets here. And Dream, yeah, I mean, look at that. Moving back and forth with this army right now. Had a reasonable opportunity to start really dealing some damage across the map here, I would say. Not the greatest of armies for Creator quite yet available. Alright, moving in right now. More reinforcements just behind it. 2 siege tanks here. 1 single Dark Templar. No longer able to one-shot the Marines due to the combat shield. There's the scan. Nice stim there. Not stimming absolutely everything. That's very important. Oh boy, the siege tank's not quite in siege mode. Will not put them into siege mode just quite yet either. This is looking like he could get himself in a pretty good position here. It's going to be difficult for a lot of Zealots to engage this. Shoots down one of the gateways. He's going to have to find a better way to really deal some significant damage here, of course. Protoss army is Creator just gonna go across the fields? No, okay. Comes back right now. Medevac's getting low on energy. Gotta be careful with those stims right now, of course. Another scan is gonna have to be utilized. There it is, alright. Shoots down 1 DT. Yeah, I don't think he has this. Absolutely melted. I think we're gonna get close to the GG here. Although Dream, of course, he doesn't know about the 3rd base. That is the biggest problem here. Feels that he is still in a pretty safe space. But ultimately, he's just getting absolutely outmined in the economic game. He's getting good value though on his trades, but ultimately, if you're half the work account, that is being twice as efficient is not enough. Then I would say, and that's not even the case here, right? Oh, maybe that is as much as you need. As much as you need. Anyway. 3rd base now for Dream. Finally getting constructed, but I think we're already going to see a 4th base here for Creator as well. Gonna start up pretty soon, as it looks like that probe has some expanding plans in mind. Extended thermal lance once more. And where does he want to take this game from here? I think Creator can do pretty much anything, right, at this moment in time. Finally, Dream will see these mineral fields here. He's gonna find this star gate as well. Nice spread of zealots and units. Actually, yeah, pretty much something of everything. Trying to see where Dream is moving out from. Drop in the main base. Plenty of stalkers here, though. Are they going to be able to jump underneath this medevac in time? I don't think he sees it just quite yet, so the Marines will get out, but ultimately, yeah, that's still not enough Marines to really kill those stalkers, so has to gun down as many probes as possible. Alright. I'm going to be thoroughly surprised if Dream still manages to win this. Sorry, Dream, I just don't quite believe anymore. It's a very, very tough sell. He's gonna win this. Creator lurking on the edges right here, on the border of Dream's forces. I like the positioning on the siege tanks. A little bit safer here, needs every little advantage that he can get. But ultimately, this also allows Creator to just deny this base a lot more efficiently without getting shot by those siege tanks either. Creator can just decide not to engage fully. Just keep poking. 3 medevacs this time around. These stalkers are still here. Was paying attention this time around. 3 medevacs, a lot more of a blimp on the good old minimap. Oh, that's a disruptor shot and a half if I've ever seen one. Instant GG right there. Yeah. That disruptor shot, that could have finished it off if it was equal in armies right there, which it wasn't anymore. Anyway, GG. GG. Rough way to finish off a rough start of a game right there. We're gonna have to wait for game number 4 already. Jeez Louise, man. Creator doing some marvelous plays right now. You know what? Showing some great strengths overall. And not really allowing Dream to get into the rhythm that he would like to get in, probably, right? Seems like Dream's just not quite finding his groove, getting to do what he wants to do. Continuously, Creator deciding the pace of the game, deciding where the game is going to go. And yeah, Dream just kind of stagnating behind those decisions, being like, all right, well, wait, what is happening? Did we go left? Did we go left? Is this, oh, dear lords, I needed to go right, man. Maybe I can do 2 rights. Oh, dear lord, she just turned left again. Okay. It's rough. It's rough. It's like being in the car with, you know what, you're trying to give directions to somebody driving. And that guy's just daydreaming about something entirely different. And you're just like, alright, well, we take a right here. And he's just like, yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. Just go straight every time, you know. Alright, next stop, we go right. No. Oh, man. Oh, man. Been there. What's up with Rushy? Rushy's doing fine, dude. He's gone back to school. Or he's gone back to teaching. Teaching at school, so, you know, technically he is at school. He's just teaching at school. And he's doing good, as far as I know. Doing great things. We recently casted DreamHack. Going to be casting some big events coming up as well pretty soon. But yeah, it's doing fine. Alright, here we are. In the bottom left side, we have ourselves that blue Terran player for the Brave Star Gamers. He is Dream. Bottom right side, there is the red Brodos player fighting for the Jin-Air Green Wings. He is Creator. Going for the upper high ground gateway right here once more. Does seem to be creator style. Sometimes you do see the Protoss also going for the wolves as well, in case of the Hellion place. I guess the siege tank push is just a little bit tricky to kind of take into consideration. Well, take into consideration as well, I should say. Right, because if you do put those buildings a little bit further up, suddenly you're going to be maybe forced to go down the ramp, otherwise lose the infrastructure that you put down there by the siege tanks, the artillery. Okay, Dream here looking like it's just setting up normally. Once again with Cybercore before the Nexus here for Creator. Sees the standard opening, but he still likes to play it a little bit on the safe side here, right? Doesn't want to give the Reaper the opportunity that he may want to kill a probe or two. Get that Adept, get that Stalker, whatever floats your boat a little bit earlier. Be a little bit safer for these types of things. T-Win WT Sports. Thank you. TE Sports. Alright, thank you anyway. Love you. Thank you for the follow. Toss patch. It is looking pretty good for the Protoss right now, but I mean, to be fair, there's still some Terrans doing some pretty good stuff against Protoss as well as these Zergs, right? It's a little bit sad to think that maybe, you know what, we actually did have just Protoss continuously in a bad state overall, right? I mean, it's been a long time since we had Protoss really being dominant and continuously taking the tournaments, the big tournaments. It's been a long time. It's been a long time coming. But maybe we're here now. Maybe we've done it. Maybe the shield battery overcharge, the void ray buffs. Maybe we are getting at, or maybe we've arrived at a very good position here overall. To be fair, that's not the biggest of changes, right? I guess it's a little bit of a big change, especially the overcharge, but ultimately, it's still pretty close. It's not like they just had to change the entire thing. Very impressive. Single Hellion opening here for the scouting, trying to get into the base right now. A little bit surprised how much he's fighting this one Adept right now, actually, as well. Wants to try and take it down, but with that second Adept there, yeah, it looks like his scouting force is just going to hit a brick wall right now because of that. He's going to have no clue what's happening. So a little bit weird that he took the fight there with his scouting force, but does have the Marines in a good position to help against this. Has a safety bunker as well. Still gonna be a tricky situation, of course. Did he actually go for a Viking first? He did. Wow. Alright. It's gonna help out a ton as well, isn't it? Against that Oracle here. Adept still. 3 of them in the front of the natural door. Would love to have a little bit of an access to the mineral fields right now, and that's exactly where they go. Immediately 3 kills. The Widowmine there though as well, ready to explode all over those Adepts. Explode all over those Adepts. The Widowmine, what a nasty unit when you come to think about it. Anyway. Is that work? Yeah. He'll be back. He'll be back. That man is, you know what? You can't stop him from casting SE2. He loves the SE2 too much. I don't think you'll ever get him out of the scene. And thank God that's the case, because he's a very funny guy. He's a very funny guy. Witty. Quick-worded. So nice stuff. Rushy. The other Alpha X caster is continuously just bumping out more stuff. Does it hurt the SCVs also? Yes. As it does. So, he kind of moved away with his SCVs because of that as well. Making it work out. Alright, so what's happening here for the Protoss, right? Where are we attacking towards? He's got it, okay, he's getting himself the Blink upgrade. Going for the Robo, so a little bit of a more standard opening behind the Stargate opening, right? More common to see the Blink Stalkers opening. Although the Stargate opening has been gaining a lot more favor as well. Funnily enough, it kind of started with the new Stargate changes, but mostly the Void Ray changes, and then we're not seeing that many Void Ray changes anymore, right? It's like, interesting. Maybe it's also because the Terrans have just gotten so much better at holding these Blink Stalker attacks. Siege tank placements a lot better recently. Building placement as well, continuously just providing extra cover and extra buffer to the Blink monstrosities. Status traps here, making life difficult for Dream. That's 2 of his Marauders. They are the main DPS versus the Stalker numbers. Right, here we go. No stim yet available either, so this is a rough one. Doesn't lose the siege tank. Thank the heavens that there was a big pack of SCVs just coming in here to try and get that transfer going into the 3rd base. Keeping the siege tank up and going. There might still be an opportunity here though for the Starks to go into the natural base and skedaddle on out of there at a later point in time. Dream trying to catch these Oracles, I believe. Starker's not quite committing into the natural. Oh, lures the army of Dream into the status trap now as well. There's some pretty cool stuff happening here overall, actually. More status traps continuously being placed around the map, and that's just gonna, you know, just some spikes basically for hoping that Dream will pop his tires in the road, basically. Trying to catch these Stalkers. Killing these Stalkers would be a nice catch indeed, but how open is his 3rd and his natural right now against any other type of offensive, right? I guess the thing here for Creator is that he doesn't know how much of an investment Dream is putting into hunting these things down, and then as soon as he does, well, we're gonna have this different opportunity for Dream to just immediately rush down and, yeah, Creator a bit too far away to really take the take advantage of this. Well, maybe he still could have, but anyway. Oh my dear lord, that's a lot of Zealots with the Archons there as well. The splash damage is gonna pretty, well, ramp up quite a bit there on the units that are all stuck on top of one another. Big drop into the main base of Creator though. Oracles saved the day once more. These Oracles really, you know, it's some of the MVP units right now in this game so far. Zealot Archon army, that is a terrifying thing to go up against. We do have Ghost on the way, but this 3rd base, of course, still very much exposed in the open. The SCVs having to go through the field of Archons right now. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. 16 of them immediately just burnt up in flames. Alright, well, electroshock therapy that didn't quite work out in their favor. Now, well, yeah, it does have a 4th base finishing up, so yeah, it's rough. It's rough. Also, thank you, Demomen. Am I saying it right? I hope I am. I'm Dutch. Don't blame me. Thank you for the sub, my man. Much appreciated. That's really cool. That's really cool. You're working, and sleeping. Nice. Okay. That's good to hear. Oh, nice tag once again. These Oracles just continuously paying for themselves. The army for Creator a lot higher in supply right now than the army of Dream. It makes sense looking at the worker count as well. Really, the last legs available right now for Dream. Is he going to get them kicked out from under them? It very well may happen. The pressure on this 4th base, he cannot afford to lose it. That planetary fortress would be absolutely lovely to have a fight with that in the mix as well. Big EMPs on top of those Archons, but the Archons, are they going to be able to move away, losing the planetary there as well? Okay, does target down those Archons, so that's a nice little deal right there. But it has he overextended right now. Still a massive army. Oh, good EMP once more onto the Archon there, but yeah, it looks like it's just a little bit too much Protoss, right? Looks like it will be. Yeah, the more Zealots now warping in. Gonna be able to just charge right on top of that hill, or charge right on top of the low HP bio forces still available. EMP's really the last salvation right now for Dream. Will he be able to hold on here? I don't quite know. I don't think he will. Pulling the SCVs right now, and he goes for the recall. There is a double drop actually with these medevacs in the main base. They were able to make all these probes evacuate. I don't think he got any kills, but he did manage to stop the reinforcing potential here for Creator actually. And could that be enough right now? Only having 4 gateways to reinforce with, so he's going to stockpile quite a bit of money. The gateway's about to be repowered upwards, and maybe that's like one extra couple, well, yeah, just one extra wave of reinforcements that did not get in here. Immediately chronoing onto the gateways here. Oh dear, oh dear. All right, Zealot's pretty stacked up right now. EMPs are pretty large. Deactivating those shield batteries as well, and that was not a fight Creator was supposed to take. Is this actually gonna happen here for Dream? Is he gonna be able to make this work? Suddenly coming in here with a lot of bioforces, everything together. The EMPs are immaculate, doing a lot of damage right now. Coming forward, just needs to depower the production right here. There is a Colossus coming out, but that should not get constructed anytime soon. Suddenly 80 army supply versus only 40, and without the empowerment of those gateways there, was that actually enough? And is Creator going down because of this right now? Man, that would be one hell of a play. That would be one hell of a play if it were to be the case. Alright, in he comes. Those Zealots once again very stacked up. EMP's a ever so present threat right now. Needs to hit them. Those Zealots still with the shields going strong on top of the bioforces. This is all you have, Dream. This is where you need to make the moment happen. Probes not quite being able to be enough here. The Stalkers trying to micro backwards their entire hearts out. These Zealots once again warping in, and GG is called. Are you killing? What? Oh my dear lord. That's nuts. That is nuts. How? Man. Killing off the pylons there on the gateways. I'm not quite sure how long ago that happened, but imagine 1 or maybe even 2 more warp-ins from just mass Zealots, and I think that fight looks totally different. Totally different. The Ghost MVP, yeah man, that was some epic stuff. Also, I mean, if we had one more status trap, if we had like one more status trap being able to get a hit off there in the final game, or the final decisive moments there, again, that would look entirely different. And holy moly. Those EMPs wrecking the Zealot army. You're gonna just have to grab yourself some other stuff, right? You can't just rely on the Archons for the splash damage, or the, well, I guess he still had High Templar, right? He did have Storm. No Colossi though, no Disruptors, nothing of that sort. And if he did have that available as well, right? Even like two Colossi, man, those Zealots do a lot more, because suddenly you don't have the SCV line really tanking that much damage anymore, because they evaporate, right? They insta-die, and Interesting. Very, very well played there. And that means we're going to go into the ace match. Suddenly, Dream looked like he was in a desperate straight situation. Really thought that he was going to go down there. But ultimately, managing to find some sort of a way. Some way further. And getting the reverse kill in that game. Here we are. Another one. The best of 5 ace match right now. In the top left side, that blue Terran player fighting for Bravestar Gaming. He is none other than Dream. Let me rotate with the logo here just for a second. There we go. The bottom right side, the Jinna Green Wings Protoss. He's in the red colors right here. He is Creator. Just barely not making the victory happen right there. And making it a 3-1 victory. Imagine that. It could have been over right now. 3-1. And instead, this series became completely turned upside down. We're in a 2-2 situation. And everything is equaled out again once more. The slate is wiped clean. And there's only one more game right now left on the plate here. Ready to be explored by us viewers. And these two players here alike. Ready to see where they will be able to take this. Let me quickly grab a bit of something to drink because, man. There we go. We'll just follow this probe around. Man. Has the stream quality been a bit flaky? Oh. I don't think so. I don't know. Stream quality looks good. I don't think so. Let me know. Let me know if it is. I think I can try something out if that actually is the case. Seems alright? Okay. Fine for you as well? Okay, that's good. That's good. It's just milk. It's just milk 2-pack. Oh, the probe. Probe no longer doing things. Ah, okay, okay. Whew, a white Russian. That's right. Okay, well, I'm still a little bit perplexed with how that previous game went, man. That was pretty nuts. Like the brains on Dream as well. I would imagine a lot of Terrans, a lot of different Terrans would just go straight up for the probe line, right? They're like, alright, well, I gotta do some economic damage here, maybe find a way to come back here, shut down his economy. Instead, he knew he only had one shot to make this work. He knew he had to make it work in that moment in time, and that there was only one fight remaining that was really going to be important. So instead of going for probes, he went for the production line, shutting down the actual production, prioritizing the fact that, you know what, he already has more economy than me anyway, just shutting that down won't really do too much now. And man, shooting down the production in that situation, that's some lovely stuff right there. Very cool to see. Seems stable. All right. Actually experimenting with a couple of settings here and there, because sometimes in the late game I do think that overall my settings get a bit scrambly sometimes, right? And the game starts to tip a little bit into the losing frames. Not really on the stream necessarily. The internet is fine and such, but it's just the game itself. Particularly when I'm streaming for Korean games or for stuff like that. Did Hellions see the robo? We can take a look. Where's this robo? Oh, yeah, I did. Did see the robo. Okay, that is the starting with the blink here, then going straight into the robo. Regular stuff. Regular stuff. Mine. Wait a moment. 2 widow mines. Oh, okay. We'll not be able to get that one. Do we have a armory? No, we don't. I don't know why it's not responding to this widow mine right here. Okay, I guess that's why. I guess that's why. Just shoots it down. Third base for Dream on the way now as well. Of course, already in production here for Creator. With the mine drops, getting 5 workers in total. That's okay. He gets out of that with the medevac as well. I do believe, well, maybe he only got like 4 because the Reaper and the Hellion, I do believe, also got a probe. If I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. Who knows? It doesn't matter that much. Replay. Wait, do we want... You can get the replays on the Maturino page. Uh-oh, no response on the repair there on that siege tank. That's quite a big deal, actually, I would say. Still catches one of the Starks there with the auto turret, but ultimately, that seemed very salvageable. Did not have to lose that siege tank right there. And these tech labs are very close to this edge right now, so if we do see Creator going for... Well, I guess he's not going to go for more Blink Stalker play here. Already making Colossi. Waiting for that to make its appearance. And Dream going for the 2-base timing attack. Again. Terrans have gotten a little bit more hesitant to do stuff like this, right? These timing pushes. Because it's so, you know, it's not difficult to get a... to just get a shield battery up at your 3rd base and then just be like, alright, well, shield battery overcharge. I should be okay now versus this type of attack. As long as you macro it up, especially if you already have a good force available as well. And yeah, it looks like, you know what, Dream as well, going to play it a little bit more safe here. Scan giving away the location a little bit. Still has the Raven in the bottom left, but also quite zoned out heavily here by those Stalkers. But with the drop over here and a Raven over here, maybe he's going to be able to force the a lot of units just a little bit out of position, right? This is 4 Stalkers and a Colossus. So if he does push through the middle right now with all of his forces, maybe he's going to be able to... maybe he's going to be able to make some magic happen right now. It's looking kind of okay. Needs to get on top of that Colossi. Will there be a shield battery overcharge? There it is. Immediately pulls out again. Will not commit at that moment in time. Trying to... You know what? We still had that Raven as well. Did he lose the Raven? Oh my god, he lost the Raven. That's disgusting. Imagine 2... Thingamajigs losing the drop over there as well. Not much getting achieved at all. But yeah, imagine 2 interference matrices just like zap, zap, and then the bio and the siege tanks jumping right on top of those gateway units. That could have been a massacre, but instead... Man, that's a shame. I did not see what happened to that Raven. It must have gotten picked off by those Stalkers on the bottom side. My apologies. I apologize. I apology. I apology. Sounds like I'm trying to say I am Apollo. That's not the case. That's not the case. That would be ridiculous. Alright. Dark Shrine on the way and Disruptus as well. Creator really filling out his tech tree right here. I think he's in a pretty good position to do so. Although, you know what, Dream as well. Starting to get his economy together here, really on the line. Well, on the same wavelength in a way as Creator. I think we're in a pretty equaled out mid-game situation right now, right? The first time really in this series we've seen very early gameplay here for Creator. Every time it kind of went a lot longer, immediately it turned into the favor of Dream here. Creator checking to see if there is a base on this regular 3rd base location or maybe a 4th base. Does not quite see anything. Dream was playing it safe, putting it more so on the high ground right now. And, oh my dear lords, it's actually happening. We're having a base trade situation here. A siege tank is about to be ready. Oh, a recall immediately takes place, so he gets himself the... my dear god, immediately under heavy fire from the siege tanks. The Marauders right on top of the Colossi as well. One just goes down up in flames as soon as it arrives. I don't think I'm a big fan of that one right there from Creator. Maybe it would have been better just to kind of poke in here, kill off another base, and then recall to his natural, or even his main 3rd. Maybe he didn't have enough energy there. Maybe this was the one Nexus that did have enough energy. So that was his one chance to make a comeback happen and not let this devolve into some scrapyard battle fighting for the base trade scenario. which, you know what, always is a little bit of a rough one, but ultimately that was a rough trade he blunk into with the recall. Okay, coming on in, the siege tanks here, doing okay. Disruptors not quite finding the magic shots. A nice one over there, but still, that's only 1 out of 3 of them. Normally that would be okay, but with the bad trade he took earlier on, it's a little bit of a different situation here. Once again, going for those pylons. Dream really targeting the production facility continuously, trying to how do you call this, cripple the production right here. TT on the backside. Need to see another scan. Is there another scan available? There it is. Okay. Matter effects are completely out of juice, but there is another attack here in the left side as well. Gonna take out that Nexus. Production getting smaller and smaller right now. This base finally should be able to get cleaned up. Disruptors not making the right shots, but ultimately losing this Nexus. That is the real deal. That is what Dream was aiming for to achieve. Has a new army already available behind, back at home as well. Has Liberators, Disruptor Destroyers available with this force. And yeah, Creator may have found himself a little bit in a little bit of a pinch right now because of this. That's rough. That was a rough call to make. But yeah, again, we have to think back upon the recall into this base. Really facilitating that much pushing power there for Dream. And allowing him to get away with so much aggression at that moment in time. And now, you know what, these Disruptors, there's a lot of weight on these Disruptor shoulders. They have the loosest shoulder platings I've ever seen. Rotating around like just disjointed, double jointed, I don't know. Double joint, disjointed shoulder pads. Anyway. There's a Ghost available in this force as well, so a single EMP could be pretty large on the Stalkers. Creator does decide to just move out here. Does not want to commit to anything right now. Sees the overall army here. Probably saw the Ghost as well. Realizing, you know what, that seems like a lot of AoE damage. EMP and the siege tanks right there. It's going to be a tough fight. Going to try to set up for the later parts of this game. Couple of Dark Templars on the top side. That probe giving away that there probably is something building on this top side though. And immediately Dream gonna find it. Dark Templars do manage to get a little bit of value as well. But second scan, is it available? Yes, it is. Oof. Alright, where do you even go as Creator at this point? I think he's just trying to get himself a maxed army, right? Just trying to get himself as much stuff as possible, then going for a nice trade overall. Of course, that is a scary thing to do. Alright, Disruptors forcing the Terran force to just stay away for the time being, keeping him at arm's length. Wants to keep these bases up. Hasn't remade that one base though on the third base location. Liberator harassment's already picking off a couple of probes as well here. This is probably the more important one. Looks like quite a couple of Stalkers there taking some fire from the siege tanks. Dark Templar harassment's continuing onwards as well. The Disruptor has been taken out. This fight though looks like where the real decisive measurements will be taken. Actually, this Disruptor is still going strong, actually. I don't know if that's a different one or if it's the same one, but that's got 10 kills on its name right now, I believe. Ooh, dear lord. Alright, 2 Disruptors here, getting caught off guard. The other Disruptor's not quite ready yet. Another Disruptor falls. That's a very worthy investment there for Dream. Only losing a single siege tank here on the left as well. And we're seeing nukes coming into play as well. Are you kidding me? Mr. Dream really giving us a show here. Probably feels pretty darn comfortable with this this match so far. Does not know about this other Nexus yet, though. Creator does seem to be favoring the hidden bases here a little bit. Overall, throughout this series there. Ghost, the Ghost. Where are you going to put this? Where are you going to put this? Oh, he's just going to start shooting. There's no observer with this army, he's found out. Oh, my dear lord, he can just... Oh, dear. Wow, you need to have observers. Oh, he's got a cannon a little bit further backwards, but he's still just staying here, taking a boatload of damage from those ghosts. Alright, and back they go. Now he knows he does not have himself a observer here. Where's this nuke going to go? Oh, well, there's one of them. And a second one as well. Probes being pulled. There's no probes available there. This one, though, that pylon, that's powering up a lot of the main production here. Oh, disruptor as well. Nah, he's going to get out. There you go. There's still quite a bit, though. And 9 probes as well. Ooh, nice disruptor shot there on the invisible man. Dream. Is he showboating a little bit too much? He still needs to make this a win, of course. He's gotta take the victory, but he's making 2 more nukes right now. Taking out the disruptor production, though, that's pretty neat. That's pretty nice. How many observers do we have? We have 2 available. 1 over here. The other one over here in the main base. Okay, no, we have 3, actually. So 1, 2... Ah, this is another one. So there and there. He's looking out for drops or bushes on the left side. As that is where his main economy is right now, of course. He needs to protect that. He needs to be ready. He's not getting in a position to protect against this. In fact, we have ghosts acting as observers right now. Coming in. Oh, God. Yeah, there's cannons there. That's a rough one. No nuke going off right there. Here we have a big blink on top of this army. Not everything for the Terran available just quite yet. There's more ghosts, though, coming up as well. Looking for those EMPs, and it's an okay trade for Creator. Needs to watch out not to overstay his welcome, though. Also doing a lot of damage with DTs right now in this 3rd base location, as a double drop will come for that Nexus. Both these players hemorrhaging that economic power here. Okay, down goes the Nexus, does get picked off. Shooting down the Disruptors as well. Great targeting here. Look at that, taking out as much as ever he can. The DTs actually may have had a similar chance here, going for it. Oh, there is another nuke. Yeah, didn't catch it. Well, it's not as important. Oh well. Interesting. I think it was trying to pressure this this Nexus here, so that the army would come. Oh no! 3 Disruptors! 3 Disruptors just like that! Where did they go? What in the world? Are you kidding me? Is this actually happening? Another nuke. Here it goes. Off into the sky. Oh, those probes. Those probes, they need to stay alive here. I don't think they will. It's getting... No. Just barely gets 11 probes still. Not all of them go down, but that is still quite a bit of damage. But, of course, the Dark Templar still an everlasting threat as well. How many overall... orbitals do we have? We have 5 of them. Okay. Man, these guys know how to bloody play some StarCraft 2. If I've ever seen some. This is just some crazy good stuff right now. Oh, Creator and Dream going back and forth continuously. Looked like Dream put himself in a good spot, then suddenly Creator now, you know, making a bit of a comeback happen, putting cannons everywhere, does not want to keep getting nuked. But Dream keeps finding those opportunities, keeps finding nice little windows of an opportunity here. Bottom left side could be a nasty one as well. Big attack of the Zealots, the Stalkers. Couple of Disruptors as well, of course. In a tight choke place like this, that could be a nasty place to fight for the Terran. Has to lift up that command center, no choice in the matter. Zealots as well on the SCV line over here. And the siege tank actually dealing a little bit of splash damage, of course, on those SCVs too. Uh-oh. Another siege tank just like that. Gone and dusted. A attack coming in here on the right side right now. Let's see if we will have another nuke here. A recall was forced. And that's probably going to cause Dream to move backwards as quickly as possible on the left side. We have another engagement happening, though, it looks. More DTs as well, though, continuously trying to take out this base right here, stopping it from mining. He's doing a pretty good job. Does get solved this time around, though. Big engagement right here. Looks like that will be a dead planetary in the bottom left, though, at the same time. Wait a moment, hold up. These bioforces, there's not that many bioforces here. The planetary gets repaired, and Creator takes a lot of damage there, actually. A fight that I thought he's going to win for sure. Suddenly not going quite into his favor. And on the left side, oh, Disruptors. Disruptors, they are magnificent creatures, aren't they? Majestic explosions right there. Causing quite a stir overall. Dream once again pushing in here into the main production facilities of Creator. He wants to keep those two robots up and rolling. He needs to keep making those Disruptors, as they do keep managing to run into nukes and stuff. My dear lord. Alright, another DT here once again. This base just was not meant to be mined from. And Creator going on the right side. How many Disruptors have died? 24 Disruptors. 24. Oh dear lord. 23 ghosts as well. That's these are funny numbers. These are funny numbers. A disruptive amount. That's man. Too many to count. Alright, well, things are slowing down a little bit here, but I feel like for just a moment, both these players, of course, have plenty of areas where the tensions are running high. DTs can get their damage done. Ghost, Disruptors, all of those units just moving across the fields here, trying to take efficient trades right now, and Creator definitely managing to find some of those on this right side. The left side, that DT still going strong as well. Another pack of Marauder Marine Ghost Medevac scrooching down the track, trying to pick up anything that they can, as well as Creator now in a similar situation towards the main base here of Dream. Dream trying to stack up everything he can into this main base. There's a Colossi that needs to get picked off right now. It needs to get killed. EMP on that shield battery does help out quite a bit, but a Dark Templar on top of this army as well. Another force, yeah. There's just Marines, Marauders everywhere. The Protoss force also sticking together right now, trying to pick off these bases. He's not on top of the production, though, and that could cause him quite a bit of problems later down the road, as there is just more and more stuff for Dream being stockpiled right there. Another nice scan, catching those Dark Templars as they're coming up. Creator still has a good force, but the force that is heavily relying right now on those Disruptor shots. He might be able to catch a big portion of Dream's army here. Or maybe on the other side. Okay, he goes for the recall. I don't know if that's the greatest of choices. There's still mining going on for Dream right now, and his production facilities, they're absolutely fine as well. He's trying to save his gateways. He does not want to lose those. He still has those robots up as well. They're just not producing right now. Okay, here are the Disruptors. Loses one of them. The other ones don't get the greatest of shots and immediately get targeted as soon as they get too close to the bio. Very, very nice micro from Dream there. Being able to take the better end of that trade, I would say. 27 Disruptors right now. I think Dream may have found himself a victory here, with Creator not quite being able to push into this main base. Look at the amount of stuff that was able for Dream to be created right now, as Creator did not push into those production facilities. I know he had no idea how much there still was over there, or if he was able to take it, but ultimately that's a rough one. Prioritizing killing off the planetaries and the orbitals. There's nothing on the production tab right now, by the way, guys. Nothing being produced for neither of these players. Taking this base right now. What in the world is happening? Checking to see if there's more Nexi up and rolling in this bottom left side. And there is not. This is the final fight. The Disruptor's not getting their connections. And that's the final hope. Dream takes it. Comes back once again and takes the fifth game right there. Man, what a series. What a game there. Oh my dear lord. That was nuts. That was nuts. That's some magic TVP right there. We had everything. We had everything. We had great disruptor shots. We had nukes. We had DTs. We had ghosts killing stuff because there wasn't an observer. Man, that was nice. Those guys, they need to play one another more often. That was a great series. Great stuff overall. GG. Like 30 dead disruptors? Yeah, I think so. I think maybe even like 31. I think. It's quite a lot, quite a lot. If you want to see how many exactly, of course, you can pick yourself up the replay back, and that's always a possibility. Because right now I'm not going to go into the replay to check myself. Guys, this is just a start. We still have another best of 5, and then we're going to have a best of 7 as well. And this best of 5, it's going to be DRG versus Zest. So Dream, he's going to have to go up against either DRG or Zest straight up after this. I'll be right back. I'm gonna quickly take a little second here as they are doing the vetoes. Remember, guys, we have the Matcherino. If you want to help us out, just type !Matcherino in the chat. You're gonna be able to fill out that code. Get yourself sorted with a bit of feel-good spirit since you've just supported StarCraft 2. And you put a little bit of extra dough in the pockets of these professional players. And man, even with just that series alone, I'm pretty sure they deserve it. All right. We'll be right back, guys. See you in a little bit. Don't go anywhere. Zest versus DRG. Coming up next. And play the commercial.
A lot less than it did, you know, previous games. There is no robo on the map whatsoever here. It is just charge life. I mean, sure, it is 6 gates.
Oh my god.
Oh, charge life. That is a massive play coming in from around here. And there we have it. Now we do have the Dorito cannon on the front, but man, we have a massive surround here all over the place. And MaxPax looking to clean up Future as Future micros in the main base with no healing left. And what a great force field here. Now, Future up on Army Supply when this started is now heinously down as these charge, let's just get on top of everything that Future holds dear. And this push, well, it looks pretty stalled out.
Looks like Solar won't get any SCP. It was very lucky from Dream, I have to be honest. Having those SCVs exactly where he needed them, and the drones have to back off because they're faster than the Marine, so they will be able to retreat. But more drones are gonna be pulled. It looks like Solar this time is gonna be trying to block this bunker from ever existing. Here attacking the bunker, gonna be cancelled by Dream. A lot of SCV, a lot of drones are put into the action though. So that's already damage being dealt by Dream. Of course, Dream as well is losing quite a little bit of time and resources for this. 2 bunkers are gonna be dropped, but there are already 3 Marines attacking this actually right here, right now. The drones are here, ready to be pulled once the first few queens and blinks are out. Here comes the pull, here comes the army, here comes Solar, getting on top of the Marines and getting them away from these bunkers. A clean surround coming from Solar. Dream gets out of that just in the brink of time he needed, but one of the SCVs is gonna fall. The second one is gonna barely complete this bunker. Good play by Dream. The first queen is out, and right now Solar has to retreat back into defensive stance, and Dream has accomplished his proxy. The bunker is in position, and the army of Solar needs to be completely pulled. He's gonna be able to deal with this by losing a lot of drones. First bunker is gonna go down right here, or maybe not. Too many Marines, too many drones are lost, too many links are down, and it looks like it's gonna be another GG call by Solar. Army, but still, this is a scary army, scary one of tanks, while Patience is fully going ham on top of his opponent, trying to get damage here through the map, blinking forward on top of those tanks, and these Shadow Strike Dark Templars are getting so much damage so quickly. The most important pieces of production for innovation are under attack right now. Meanwhile, the rest of the army of Perfect Purification Nova will get a lot of damage done. Meanwhile, another round of units is gonna be worked in by Patience to seal the deal.
Alright, welcome back, welcome back. Whew. Whew. Oh my. Oh my. We are in the lobby right now. We're waiting for everything to get settled. Zest and DRG. Taking a little bit of a break right now after that enormous best of 5, of course. No, it's the Korean stream. The Korean stream having to take a little break as well for their ads. They are not as... it's not as easy for them to do these ads types of stuff during the in-between time because they have to organize the videos as well with these players. Getting that type of stuff sorted. And, yeah. Alright, anyway, thank you for the follow. Also, Knoy gifting 2 subs right there to Tupac Hologram and Sir Christophe. Thank you for that, man. Much appreciated, Knoy. Knoy000. And welcome to the overall crew. The how did we call it again? The ITaX squad. And yeah, I hope you guys are, you know what, having a good time. I hope you are, because you know what, we see you guys here sometimes. So that's very much appreciated. They don't got the milk. That's right. They don't go milk. I don't know. They don't got milk. I think that's what you meant to say, right? They don't go milk. They don't go milk them cows. That's just not what their style. That's not what they do. Grazel, how you doing, man? What's up? Welcome to the stream. All right. Cool stuff. Guys, I'm excited for this one. Zest vs DRG. With that previous series, I don't know if it's gonna match it in a way, you know. It's gonna be a rough one to really top, but ultimately, just seeing how Dream and Creator were fighting, I'm just stoked to see more StarCraft 2 right now. Overall, man, we've been getting some insane games recently for StarCraft 2 overall to begin with, right? I think we are really in a great setting overall, and I think we're getting just a lot of StarCraft 2 games that really hit those weird points, those late game points right now, and just the unexplored areas where it's like, all right, the wild west of what the hell is going to happen right now with these 2 players. What are the best options to make? Those are the most difficult ones, right, in the later game. What you're going to be doing, where things are never quite as easy as they seem. And everything is still, of course, covered with the Shroud of Darkness. You just know that something is happening. Because both of you got a ton of stuff to work with. More Mud-Muds, please. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing some DRG Mutalisk play right now. DRG absolutely famous for his Mutalisk control. And using the Zerglings and Banelings in combination with that. We'll have to wait and see if that's what he goes for. Of course, the Banelings, I would say the Banelings did get a little bit weaker against the Protoss race overall. Right? We're seeing more Stalkers being utilized right now. As the Stalkers, they're pretty good against Banelings. They're pretty good against the Roaches, the Ravagers. Just overall great mobility as well. They're good against the Mutalisk. The Zerglings, I suppose, you know what, as long as you have a big ball of Stalkers and you're in a good position and you're able to just blink one by one backwards, you're going to trade out pretty darn nicely as well. As long as the upgrades aren't too far apart. Alright, we have settled here on the first map. It's going to be Everdream. In the top right side, we have the Freak Freaks player. He is none other than DRG. The old school man himself, Dong Raigu, going up against this man, who's also a classic, I would say, but he's not classic. No. He's the Red Protoss. He is Protoss, but he's not classic. Although he is you know what I mean. Anyway, he is Razor Edge Gaming. He is Zest. The best. Going for that is, well, third base, second base location. Well, second base, third base. On the third base location, get your words together, soldier. All right, I'll try to, sir. Oh man, Isaac throwing in the predictions right now. 3-2 versus Zest. Well, Oh man, Zest has been playing absolutely beautifully recently, so it's a tough one to disagree with you on this one, but ultimately I would love to see myself some more DRG. DRG versus Dream. I know that's going to be a great series. I know that's going to be absolutely fantastic. Zest sometimes a little bit more keen on ending things in the early game, so personally, I would love to see that series, but you know what, Zest, I mean, he never disappoints. He has the micro of 10 gods combined into one omnipresent god of, I don't know, anything and everything. We'll have to wait and see. Mr. Wizard, thank you, thank you. Ah, my dear lord. Zest, what's going to be his plan right now? He didn't make that hatchery block, right? So does that mean he's going to go straight into those adept glaives right here? It could be a thing. Could be a thing. Overlord coming in for the earliest scouts. Queens first and foremost on the menu right now is DRG. Not quite taking the third base as early on as some people may. The chances of this being glaive adepts, it's above 90%. It is Everdream, yeah. I mean, it's also Zest, to be fair. And he did just block that natural base. To be fair, though, I mean, it's always interesting seeing this go up between Zest and DRG. Zest being the player that really made these builds super efficient for the Adept Glaives, right, in the pro game. And then DRG being the person who figures out how to deal with this, right, as efficiently as possible for the Zerg plays. So, kind of seeing the OG offender going up against the OG defender, right? The two players that kind of figure this type of stuff out, and then they're going up head to head. The classics. It's gonna hit that sweet spot for me in that type of sense. No matter which one, we'll take this. Also, I missed your follow earlier on DLSGA. No, wait, that's a GH7890. Thank you for the follow. Adept Glaives. Here we are. Everything's going according to plan for Zest, of course. DRG. Oh, that's a rather early Roach Warren, isn't it? It's pre-4 minutes, actually. Like 3 minutes. What was it? 40-something, I believe. That's very early on. Koyo, thank you for the follow as well. There is that Warp Prism coming across. It goes Stargate on bigger maps. I think Everdream is a pretty large map though, right? It's not a small map by any means, I would say. Anyway. Not quite having the Zerglings ready to go for the offensive here. Nor for the defense at the moment either. Has a couple of them. Might want to just kind of show the edges of the amount of Zerglings he has. Okay, no, they're coming together pretty fine right now. Really just in the clutchest of clutch. Those Zerglings all combining together in one big ball. Ready to gobble on those Adepts if they were to finish those Shades. And where are the Roaches? He needs to have the Roaches, as I said, buffer force at the front here. Of course, the Zerglings, are they gonna try to hide here for as long as possible? Yes, they are, jumping right on top of those Adepts. Is it going to be enough, though? That's still a large majority of Adepts right now. Okay, the Roaches do get on top as well. We'll be able to shut down most of them. Look at that, absolutely lovely. Gets 2 more, only 3 Adepts right here in the main base, and there's already Zerglings on top of them. I think that's going to be it, guys, for the first initial wave. There are a couple of Stalkers here. I thought for a second that's going to be more Adepts right now, but not the case just here. And DRG holding this absolutely lovely. It's a great thing, by the way, guys, if you are playing against this kind of stuff, not immediately sending your Zerglings on top of those Adepts. If you have the opportunity to wait a little bit, right, then that is a good moment to do so, because then if he does finish the Shade, suddenly he's stuck there, and if he immediately gets surrounded by those Links, that's just a death penalty for those Adepts. Incredibly difficult to work with it at that moment in time. It feels like this Stalker Warp Prism harassment kind of is like the Archon Warp Prism follow-up comparison to this, if you were to open up with DTs, right? Just like, all right, well, let's try to just keep him preoccupied on this side of the map, keep a little bit of presence, awareness going on as well, as we're just trying to pick off anything that we can. Just get any value from anything, anywhere. Please just let me kill something. Type of play. Alright. That's a busted cocoon right there. No overseer for you today. Chapow. Shaplam. I'm a casting man. Yeah, DRG in an absolute magnificent spot, right? It's just a hard thing to really deal with for Zest right now. He's trying to get himself that third base, but ultimately, I mean, he didn't kill a single drone. He didn't kill a single drone. He got a little, you know, he got some overall nice stuff on that mineral count right there, but without DRG actually losing any of his economy, he's going to feel absolutely fine with that type of trading. There's a lot of sentries here, 3 immortals as well. I don't see any probes anymore on the menu at the moment, so maybe this is quite a committed attack right now. Still no more probes. He does have a third base though, but definitely needs to do damage right here, right now. Okay, does not commit with the shade. It's gonna be a rough one. DRG actually encroaching on this position right now. No force fields yet being utilized by Zest. Interesting moment there. Maybe he had an opportunity, but not quite going for it. Oh my!
Game paused.
What was that? I think I'm okay on the overall leg, but that was a big leg spike right there. That is very, very unfortunate. DRG is like, no, go, keep going, yo. Oh, that's rough. That definitely was something. Hope that was not the case why he didn't put the force fields down at the start of that fight, but did not seem like there was anything else going on at that moment in time. And yeah, I mean, already he was in a very bad position, of course. Maybe with a couple of force fields, maybe he would have been able to do something there. But even then, that would have been an extremely tough fight. An extremely tough fight. Usually the Lynx will be chasing the shades. Blindly committing is still very uncharacteristic. Yeah, I suppose so. I don't know. Maybe he was, wasn't expecting as many Lynx. Maybe he thought he would be able to kill the Lynx quicker than he actually could. Stuff like this, right? Sometimes you still get the adepts on top of that hatchery and you reduce the surface area. Maybe he was hoping for that to happen there. Thought he could make it work, but the Lynx just, you know what, just in the nick of time. Being able to jump around all those adepts right there. DRG just magnificent holds. And getting it cleaned up there in the end. Alright. Second game. Let me see what the second game is if I can figure it out for you guys. It's going to be Ice and Chrome here. That's map choice by DRG. DRG favoring the bigger maps right now, it seems. Afterwards, game number 3 will be Golden Wall. Map choice by Zest. And DRG picking as map number 4, Death Aura. Map 5 will be Eternal Empire if we do get there. So once again, Eternal Empire not hated enough to veto, but also not really enjoyed enough to say, you know what, I have a clear advantage there. Let me pick that map to be played as one of the first. Once again, kind of to me showcasing that perhaps the Eternal Empire is the map that is very, very balanced overall, right? Because nobody ever vetoes Eternal Empire. They're all fine on playing on it. But nobody ever picks it either, right? Because maybe they just don't feel like they're getting a major advantage or like a significant enough advantage in comparison to the other maps. In which case that would mean that, you know what, it's probably maybe the most balanced map that we have available right now. It's gotta be a YouTube video somewhere, right? Is Eternal Empire the most balanced map in the world ever? Or no, no, no. It would not say Eternal Empire, but is this the most... That would be the title, right? Is this the most balanced map ever? StarCraft 2. Who knows? You know what's not balanced? TVP. I mean, yeah, that Protoss... The Protoss really, really kicking it right there, aren't they? Sometimes. Isaac. Isaac, we're not getting into this again. King Saging Station. Maybe, maybe. No, 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 no. Eternal Empire. All the way. That's the way. Ah, the shipyards. Scrap station. Scrapyard station. Was it scrap? It's scrapyard station, right? Alright, anyway. In the top right side, here he is, the Afrika Freaks Zerg. In the yellow, he is Dongregu, the DRG. His opponent, once again sending that probe across the field right now. He is the red Protoss, fighting for Raise Your Edge. He is Zest. Metropolis? Metalopolis? Metalopolis? What was the name again? Was it Metalopolis or Metropolis? I think it was Metalopolis, right? Okay, that's another block. That is another block, but DRG sending that drone out in time, so you will be able to get that 18 hatchery right on the dot of 300. Zerg really getting used to this right now. I don't think he feels too bad about it. And once again, with the hatchery block, of course, setting himself up for a potential Adept Glaive attack right now. Didn't quite work out that first time around, though, so... Maybe he is a little bit more prone to go for the Stargate opening this time around. You never know. You never know what is going on in the mind of Zest. He's got too beautiful of a skin to really see through into what's going on in his mind. Luscious lips in the square jaw. I mean, yes. We'll have to wait and see. That's, DRG and Zest are going to be up to. It's a good map for a Stargate, right? Big map, long distances, those flying units going to be great at dealing with this type of stuff. Do another attempt at all in, please. Tupac needs a toilet break right now. All right. Is it possible to play on every StarCraft 2 map ever with the actual version of StarCraft 2? Yeah. Yeah, you can. I'm pretty sure you can, at least. Should be able to. Yeah, there's the Twilight Council again, by the way. Third base on the way for DRG as well. I mean, didn't quite work out the previous time. But, you know what, he's going to try to make it work again. Of course, a lot of it came down to that one shade that really, really did not work out in his favor. Game reset because of lag? No, 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 no. Oh, wait, sorry. Oh, wait, sorry. Sorry. Good point, there we go. I'm a human after all. I thought I wasn't anymore. I thought I was the perfect creature of the casting origins. Transcended somewhere into esports space and time, but no. Yet again I fail myself. But also you, the viewer. Most and foremost. Yeah, that leg spike, that was a nasty one. But to be fair, like, even without that, I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure if that would have worked out. Honestly, that was already such a rough position. DRG had so much stuff right there. I guess he did take a couple of biles to the face, but ultimately, like, yeah. That Robo is way exposed. Yeah, it is quite exposed, isn't it? Bit at the front there. Makes me wonder what Zest's idea is right now. So he's still going to go for a base. He has, let's see, only 4 gateways, so not a massive Not a massive commitment. Seeing the War Prism leave the base is a big deal as well here for DRG, of course. Already prepping for this stuff right now. Trying to find that War Prism. The War Prism going into the main base here. Undetected so far. The Queens do not spot it. So sending the Zealots or the Zerglings here ready to intercept. He's got a big ball of Zerglings. But you know what? That Adept Shade this time around does manage to commit here into the third base. Only a single drone falls so far, but does manage to acquire the first initial setup right now. A couple of Adepts do come into that natural base. A bit of a weird one. Not targeting down the drones quite yet there on the third base. He is denying mining still, but ultimately not quite getting any drone kills. Once again here, Zerglings should be able to stay on top of this. And yeah, the Adepts getting recalled. So I suppose that's the best he can do at this moment in time. And once more, alright, well, let's try to do anything here. Anything at all. Stalkers with the War Prism. Maybe shut down some Overlords, stop that production from going up as quickly as it can here for DRG. Slow him down in any which way you can. Something. Recycle this situation into something useful again for the Protoss forces. Let's see. So no real way that the robo position is going to matter. Timing now, all in after that. It's unlikely that it will matter because it could happen. Does that mean it gives away super aggro play? It's rough to say, right? Really, the gateway counts. He probably would have gotten more gateways if he was to go for a very aggressive play. I think that's the main thing you want to look for. The gateway count, and you want to see the War Prism leave. But usually your response is pretty similar anyway, right? As a Zerg. Very over-defending against those Adept Glaives. Attacks, I mean, it's not that bad. It's probably better to over-defend instead of under-defend. War Prism, where art thou? There you are. Trying to get the block on that hatchery once again here. Not quite working out. Might be able to get a bit of a sneaky snipe on this. Or at least force those Zerglings to stay near that base from now. Worthy attempt there by Zest. Coming in again. No, okay. Well. Funky stuff. Funky stuff. For a moment I saw that Overseer on the minimap and I was like, wait, are there already Mutalisk? Did I just fail to register a Spire in the production tab entirely? Not the case, thank God, not the case here. Right, Zergling's going for a counter-attack here. Let's see, there is a Stalker in the main wall, but that is very low HP, so that's going to go down very quickly. Looks like he needs to get himself that. Oh my dear lord, that is a rough situation right now. Is Zest going to go for the recall? Is he going to try to commit? Is he going to try to just go for an all-in here? He may as well go for the all-in. I mean, this is a very difficult situation already. And especially now that he's losing more and more probes back at home as well. A couple of Adepts trying to warp in here. Trying to remedy, put a bit of a band-aid on the situation here. He does get a cancel on that fourth, but ultimately, I mean, is it worth losing all these probes for a cancel on the third or the fourth? Would be nice if it was the third, actually, but it's not. It's the fourth, so it's a lot less good right now here for Zest. Zest still going to lose more of these workers. Another attack right now for these Stalkers. Biles landing a little bit on those Zerglings, but ultimately, it looks like there's more than enough for Zerg right here available. Once again, DRG just absolutely slaps down the Glaives and will not go down against this. GG is called Zest. Is on a 2-0 right now. Well, an 0-2. An 0-2. He's on an 0-2. It almost sounds like I'm saying he's on an auto too, which means car in Dutch. He's on a car as well. He's also on a car, which is a statement that has no meaning whatsoever. But yes, he's on 0-2 right now. 0-2. It's a weird way of saying. Oh well, never mind. Anyway, next map. The next map will be a Zest pick map, and it's going to be Golden Wall. So maybe Zest has something in particular planned right here. Stargate openings, I would say, do a lot better. Another great thing, of course, that could happen on this one for DRG, though, that I suppose that would be the Nidus Worm Infestors. No way, Infestors. Swarm Host. Infestors have lived their course. They are no longer useful for the Zerg army. That was a weird game. Yeah, I mean, again, we just saw Zest trying to commit for a fight, not quite being able to make the fight work, and going down up in flames, getting shot down rather heavily. Yeah, unfortunate. And if you don't deal the damage with those adepts and then go for the follow-up attack, you have to do damage with the follow-up attack. DRG just realized there was going to be a follow-up attack. Prepped for it, made the roaches, made the ravages, made the zerglings, everything he needed, and more even, to just mainly stop that advancement of Zest. And then, yeah, you're just stuck at Zest, right? There's just no way for you to really recover anymore, unless if you went for something other than an attack, I suppose. But then, I mean, you're just gonna be behind economically, so. It's a tough choice to make as a Protoss player after your very aggressive push kind of failed. And you still committed with the Adepts as well, right? If you manage to keep the Adepts alive, most of them, and most of them I feel like did die in that situation, you might have a little bit more staying power overall in the next follow-up attack. You might have a little bit more of a chance, as both of you invested quite a bit in the attack. But ultimately, it went into the favor of this yellow Zerg right here in the bottom right side. He is none other than the Afrika Freaks, DRG. Spawning pool first, you dirty dog. Red Protoss right here in the bottom left side. Suddenly gonna find himself on the other end of the stick of the aggression. It's gonna be the Red Protoss. He is Raise Your Edge Gamer. Zest. Well. No gas being taken with this. That is a little bit of an indicator that he just wants to do a little bit of pressure right now. And then go into a hatchery afterwards. As you can see, already stockpiling quite a bit of money. It's going to go across right now. No, in a way, he's kind of lucky that Zest is not going for the hatchery block in this game. In a sense, probably this would be one of the worst maps to try and do the adept pressure on. I would say it's the third base very tucked away in a corner right here. Well, he might still be able to make it work, right? With a good little bit of Warpers in play. Maybe. Yeah, I might be able to make it work. Don't see it all that often, though. Must be a good reason for it. Well. That pro's like, wait, did I just see 6 Zerglings running by? Did I really just see 6 Zerglings running by? Yes, you did. On top of that pylon right here. If he gets that pylon, it's going to be GG. So, Zest is going to have to be forced to pull so many of these probes right now. He's going to try to immediately chrono out a Zealot. That is almost ready. It's going to be a big deal, but... yeah, looking at all these probes right now, not mining, of course. That is quite the dilemma for our Red Protoss player. Yeah, you know, he does get those 2 links. That's a nice catch. But ultimately, we're gonna open up the income advantage graph in a moment here, and well, we're all gonna cry inside as this could be the actual end here for Zest in this best of 5. Trying to get as many kills on the probes as possible. Yeah, he's trying to find them for sure. I think he was just trying to target down probes right there, but not quite getting as much as he wanted to, probably. He stopped making more Zerglings here. Actually, he's only on 16 workers, but... well, I mean, he did manage to get quite a bit more extra money in the bank. Overall, he didn't lose that many probes. It's a weird opening, right? It's a rough one to call, but ultimately, I think... with this income advantage, that big dip into the yellow, I think that's quite a big deal, actually. I don't think that's going to be... something we can ignore as the rest of this game continues onwards. Poor Adept. It really does feel like the death of the Adept right here, this best of 5. The death of the Adept pressure. Trying to think about it. Maybe, did we really have like 0 kills from any Adept so far in this entire series? Is that actually what's happening? I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Hallucinated Phoenix on the way. Just adding in another gateway here for Zest. He's got his 2 pylons at the front door, so this is very difficult for him now to kind of hide what he's doing, right? Simply having 1 Overlord here is going to be enough to get the scout on anything that's happening. So that's not even really... That's only the 3rd pylon right now. DRG. Gonna feel pretty darn comfortable here. Roach Warren coming up as well. Double gas in the natural, no, only a single gas in the main base here. Mind out the bottom side of things, so I think he's just making sure that there's no expansion here. And without there being an expansion here. Maybe, is he going to try to mine out these mineral patches? There's still 20, so he needs like 4 drones to come across here. It's quite a commitment, but... I guess he's just checking to see if there's a hidden tech there. That must be the case. Would be crazy if he were to get rid of those mineral patches. You know what? Maybe it would win him the game, though. That's the funny part, is we only have 3 sentries available right now for Zest. Zest being a little bit greedy here overall. He's really committing to holding this front door against Lynx with the sentries. That's kind of his game plan, so sudden attack on the bottom side, maybe enough. Although, you know what, with the pylon there, scouting things, that's rough to get into, of course. Very rough to get into. There's just going to be roaches and ravages on the way. That's the way he's going to try and deal with this. Deny that 3rd base, first and foremost. Or is he just going to go into the natural base, finish it off entirely? Both are very possible, both very likely to kill off Zest right here. Let's take again a big recall being forced, of course. All those sentries from the top side right now, leaving that top base entirely exposed, but I don't think it matters too much with just sentries here. There's just no real damage to be made. As he's killing off the Lynx. He's letting in small packs of Lynx 1 by 1 and killing them off, so that's nice, but... Oh, the Bile's landing on top of that pylon right there. That should be taken out right now. Actually, in range of just shooting it down. Another pylon has to be created here. No more further production for Zest. Zest is now losing his probes as well. 11 of them going down. The 3rd base getting devastated here. And that's a nice bit of damage there for DRG, who's already on that 3rd base. Getting his lay attack behind us as well. It's not even banking everything on top of this, guys. If he does not make it work here, he will be able to transition pretty darn nicely as well. Gets the Cyber Core, so no more Stalkers, no more Sentries here. Just Immortals and Zealots. And let's take a look. I don't think we're gonna even get there. GG is called a 3-0 here. DRG taking it all. And, well... Isaac. Please, please stop. Please. DRG, I mean, to be fair, Zest did the one tactic that we all know that he loves. I won't see it. That was horrible. Zest getting destroyed right there. Yeah. I mean, Zest usually wins against D or Solar. I think the previous time they fought as well, Zest won. I'm pretty sure. Let me look this up actually. His previous matches. DRG really getting back into form. Yeah, I mean he just held the Adept Glaive attack, right? I mean if you can finish off a Zerg with just mainly Adept Glaives, that would be a bummer, wouldn't it? Alright, so Zest recently 4 versus 3 versus Solar, taking him down. He took down Ragnarok 4-1. I guess he lost 0-2 versus Sue. And now 0-3 versus DRG. But I mean, he's beating other Zergs. I just don't think he should be doing the Adept Glaives as much. I think he needs to vary up his style a little bit, and I thought we were seeing that from Zest now and again. If you become a little bit less predictable, that overall is going to help out a ton, because I mean, pretty much every Zerg right now, their standard build is made to hold the Adept pressure. DRG even seeing the War Prism continuously coming out, so that also adding in a lot of favor for him at holding that. And honestly, if Zest still manages to just straight up take 2 games there, I don't know, that would be concerning to me in a sense. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm just waiting for the time where we're gonna see new stuff coming out of Zest, and maybe he's just trying to keep some stuff hidden, right? Maybe he's just working on some other stuff and he doesn't want to use that in the online cups as much. That could be the case. That could be the case for sure. But yeah, does bite the bullet now because of it just being too predictable, I would say. And then game number 2, game number 3, that spawning pool first. If he had scouted it, that would have been, of course, a much better situation. Entirely different scenario at that moment in time. Didn't go for the scout, and yeah, unlucky. Anyway, guys, quickly to a quick commercial here. When we're back, we're gonna see the finals. It's gonna be DRG versus Dream ATVZ. Strap on in. That should be a lovely one. We'll be right back.
Hello and welcome to Strive.com, where I'm about to show you how you can get started on your Strive Biltong order. To begin, press the Buy Now selection to explore all the different varieties of Biltong snacks, ranging from standard packs to Biltong sticks, as well as mini sticks. Here I'm going to select the original sliced Biltong and add it to my cart. When I'm done shopping, I just press the checkout button to begin the checkout process. I then enter my shipping information here, select my shipping option, and enter my payment method. If I happen to have a discount code, I enter it here and click apply. Once I am done, I click on the Pay Now button, and after that, I'm all set. I hope this video helped you in starting your next Strive purchase and fulfilling your snacking needs. Now, let's head back to the action.
Hello, I'm back. Apparently that was all. That was all the commercial we had. All right. Fair enough. Pudding Krusty, thank you for the follow, as well as Caesar 000705. Hard un Kachutz. Thank you for the follow as well. Hope I said that all right. Instinct Killer. That's an interesting one as well. Instant Killer. Shamlik. And yeah, that's it. That's all the ones I had to yeah, give in a shout out. Thank you for the follows. Much appreciated, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying yourself. Let's wait and see what's going to be happening here. Oh, Smoke1847 also clicking that follow button. Much appreciated, my man. StarCraft 2 coming up here, of course, at Best of 7. We're going to be doing some Dream versus DRG. After this, I will still be going onto my own channel as well for, I don't know for how long exactly. Kind of depends on how long this is going to go for. Ultimately, I don't have an unlimited throat. That it does need some rest sometimes as well. But yeah, so after this one, I'm going to go into my own channel. I'm going to cast some viewer replays. So if you have some pretty cool replays laying around with some cool stuff that you did, that you would like to see me cast, then definitely go check it out. I guess I could put a, you know, a Discord link into the chat where you can put your replays, and yeah, hopefully you guys will come check it out. Let me see. Actually, it's gonna be up for how long? This long. All right. Jeez. All right. So yeah, that's the Discord link. If you wanna check it out, go check it out. And you know, if you don't have any replays you want casted, that's fine too. It's completely free. There's like 2 or 3 other people right now that already have submitted something, so I'm gonna go do those first, and then yeah, whoever's first is gonna be served as the 4th person right there. I'm pretty sure we will be able to do more than 4, right? We're gonna be able to do quite a couple, right? We'll do it for like 2 hour-ish. Anyway, so yeah, go check that out if that's your type of thing as well. Right, it's not going to be DRG versus Dream level, probably, unless if we have DRG and Dream as my viewers, and wanting their ladder games to be casted for some reason. I wouldn't be completely certain why, but it feels like they get enough screen time already as is. But anyway, yeah, go check it out, and lovely stuff. All right, awesome. Guys, we are still waiting a little bit here. Ah, there it is. There's that sweet relieving sound of StarCraft 2 countdown. StarCraft 2 countdown. Let's wait and see what these guys will be able to bring to us. Here we go, just repositioning myself. Really strap on in here for these games. So I believe, you know what, these might be some of the best yet to come. Blammo. Blammo, quick sip of the drink, and then I'll be good to go. Well then. Interesting. That's a man on a mission. You know what else? He's got himself a partner in crime. The blue Terran in the top left side. He's the one and only Brave Star Gamer. He is Dream. So opponents here in the bottom right side, unaware so far about the incoming storm of Marines. He is the red Zerg. He is fighting for the Afrika Freaks. He is DRG. The coming storm. This is the real coming storm. It's a nasty one. I like this positioning though with the barracks. I mean, even if you do scout, it's very unlikely that you'll be able to get those SCVs with the workers. It's a tough location to really deal with. I don't think even DRG is going to be able to get the scout off right here. Thank you for the follow, Delbone1 as well. Hope you're enjoying yourself the StarCraft 2. That SCV scout coming from a weird location. DRG may be able to get a little bit of an inclination as to what's happening right now, but we're not seeing any type of preparations for this at the moment. Okay, well, he's typing, so that's... what is he saying? I don't know exactly. Do we have somebody that speaks Korean? I know that Dream is laughing, so... DRG may be like, oh, you don't want to play against me? Is this what's happening? It's Els! Thank you for the follow as well. Alright, so let's dissect what's going on here, guys. We see that bunker going up. That's gonna get that hatchery pretty darn sure. Wait, he cancels the Roach Warren. Interesting. He's wanting to go for the circling attack right now. Is he gonna try to run by? I don't think... This is gonna be a very rough one to break. Honestly, this bunker on the high ground, of course, first and foremost, is not gonna... be allowed to finish up here. Losing one Zergling here. It may not seem like a lot, but every unit matters ever so much right now. A Baneling nest being constructed. A Queen comes out as well. Alright, is DRG going to attempt to even get this? Do I come from the strange place, SCV? I like how he's translating ZZ as ZZ. That's funny. That's funny. Alright, he uses the Broodlings here to get a little bit of cover fire here for those Zerglings. As the Zerglings get behind the lines of those bunkers. Want to get every single Marine right now. Actually, not getting the surround on that Marine could be quite bad as well, right? Wants to get every single one. And now there's like just 3 full bunkers almost. Just ready to deny much of anything here. Oh, I guess the Queen's there. Nice poking there. Good thinking by DRG. Does make use of that high ground. Does not panic and just forget about it. There's a single Hellion here on the way. Should be good against slow banelings. Should be darn good against slow banelings. 2 Reapers as well actually coming in. Great defense here. A lot of Zerglings just trying to run on by, and they managed to get a reasonable force right here. Busts open the front door. Okay. It could be dangerous still. Okay, the Zerglings do get in as well, but there is a bunker and there is a Hellion available right now, so it looks like that is just gonna be looks like that's just gonna be it here for DRG, I would say, right? Well, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do at this moment in time? I mean, how are you supposed to deal with this right now as DRG? I really like the Roach Warren approach to this, right? Just throw down that Roach Warren, try to deny it like that, and then go for the counterattack. Dream, phew, DRG. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's been solved here by Dream. Baneling busting through those bunkers. That's going to be a difficult one. The Spine Crawler here trying to get on top of the bunkers. That's a lot of damage that it's taken right now, but the Banelings, okay, nice connections there as well. We'll be able to finally get the cleanup here, but ultimately, at what cost, right? At what cost? Too many Zerglings have given their lives. Too many drones were not created. I mean, the hatchery getting killed off as well. A big deal here for DRG. Oof. Oof. Well, yeah. I feel like it's just a matter of time right now where DRG is just gonna find himself in a position where he's gonna realize that there's no way of winning here. He's gonna try and stick it out, of course. It is the best of 7, so it's not his final attempt here by any means, but just awful for bad start here. If he does lose this first one, of course. It's nice to see, though, you know, DRG taking this this seriously. He's one of these players that has, you know, a standing of being a great player. Doesn't want to just lose games unnecessarily, and if he still has a minimal amount of chance to make this work. Yeah, that's not that bracket. This is the final match overall. I could not find the Liquipedia page for the bracket actually. I don't know if we have one. We should have one, but it wasn't quite linked up, so. The Queen's here. Good amount of transfuse energy. Keeping the Spine Crawlers alive for a really long time, actually. Zerglings on top of the command center here are going to get picked off by the Hellions and the Marines. But ultimately, DRG doesn't die, right? Doesn't go down. Ah, there you go. 22. I'm just better coming to the rescue for us. Because he is just better, after all. That's just the case. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The Dream Thinker was going to be this easy. The Dream overestimates how far ahead he was in this game. I thought he could just finish it off with a little bit of Hellbats and Marine pressure. Now suddenly finding himself in a position where he's going to have to run back across the map here. DRG still only on 2 bases though. That is a tough thing to see as a Zerg. Always wants to be 1 base ahead. No third base yet either here, though, for Dream, so... Well, just as I say it, of course. Guess what's up next on that production tab? There it is, that third base. Getting constructed. DRG in a bit of trouble. Needs those spine crawlers really to stay alive here. He's making a spire. I like this, actually. Getting himself the best out of a bad situation. Hoping to get something going, but he really doesn't have the gas or the minerals right now to get himself a lot of the Mutalisk. Starts up the air weapons attacks, but mostly focused on the bailing speed right now, which is not going to be done here for the offensive here by Dream. Dream, 40 army supply versus 18. These bailings are going to have to be absolutely magical. No. Close to magical, but not quite yet. And yeah, there we go. GG. GG.
Hello and welcome to Strive.com, where I'm about to show you how you can get started on your Strive
still playing. There we go. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. We already seen that one. All right. All right. First game going into Dream's favor there. A little bit of a nasty build, to be fair, right? SCVs with the bunkers really making that difficult for DRG there. It's a very small map, so that is going to hit very quickly. And we're going to have to wait and see if DRG is going to be able to equal out the score immediately. Or if Dream is going to walk away a little bit further with the advantage. Of course, only 4 games in total required to win this one. So any game here is going to be of utmost importance. A lot of laughter once more going on in the chat right now. Just, that's a quick way to open up a series, right? Dream picking the right builds, going with the right strategy right there to really catch DRG off guard. Doing it as the first game as well. That takes quite some cojones. So, you know what? Hats off to him. Hats off to him picking the right build for the right place at the right time. DRG. That's got to sting a little bit, right? That's got to sting a little bit. Seeing how long he was trying to stick into that game, he was like, no, I don't want to... You know he doesn't want to lose in that way. You know he doesn't. You know that just sticking in after taking that much damage and then still trying to just grind it out. It's like, oh, no. Please don't let this happen to me. You can feel that sensation overall. But ultimately... Not quite working out for him. Anyway, guys, game number 2. Ever Dream, a map choice here by DRG, I'm pretty sure. Let me actually take a gander here if that is the case. Yeah, DRG, second map choice. Second map choice, yeah, so... Let's see. This guy's spamming a lot in the chat. Okay, there it is. The third map will be Eternal Empire. Fourth map, Ice and Chrome. Fifth map, Pillars of Gold. Sixth map, Golden Wall. And seventh map, Death Aura. If we do manage to get there, of course. We'll have to wait and see. Alright. Inu, press that button. There we go. I'm running out of things to talk about. Inu, get it started. I guess we could look up a little bit of the overall statistics, right, of these players as well. Let me grab their stuff here. Dongrai Gu. I mean, his best matchup actually right now is versus Terran players. I always thought that ZVZ is immaculate, like really one of the best, but overall just more so his ZVT apparently really pulling him through. Which is interesting. It's interesting actually overall seeing his Illegulag rating because I'm talking about him. So you can clearly see the point of return, right, where he suddenly was making a comeback and he just skyrockets up there into the skill rating and then kind of hangs around the 21 rank. So kind of shimmying back and forth between position now, but. Who knows? He might be able to hit a second strike there and suddenly just skyrocket himself upwards. Oh, you're kidding. That SCV just barely squeezing on by. Finding himself a nice location there. Some more barracks. More barracks coming. Oh, that second SCV, though. That does get scouted. Anyway. Top right side. Red Zerg. A freak of freaks. DRG. Bottom left. And also in the middle of the map. The blue Terran. He is Dream. It's from, alright. Brave Star Gaming. Brave Star Gaming. With the biggest clan tag in the entirety of StarCraft 2. BSGS C2. Strong's not quite getting good connections there, are they? A little bit struggling getting on top of the SCVs, and one of the barracks does finish off. There's another SCV that did get pulled. The other SCV also dies. This might become difficult now for Dream to make this work still. Oh, gets himself into a alright position, but still does get that cancelled. And, oh my dear lord, are you kidding me? Also, I forgot to do this. Yeah, well, I guess we can do that now. 2-2. When was the last time you saw DRG lose CVT? 5 minutes ago. This is true. This is true. He's won 61.81% of the time. But yeah, his CVT is pretty darn nice. You missed that, yeah. He lost 0-2 versus Special pretty recently as well, which is interesting, because I don't feel like Special is in his best form ever. I could be wrong, but Dream not even attempting. Oh, Dream not even attempting to make anything work there anymore. I mean, he did lose 3 SCVs, right? That's a big deal. Did not get that that second Rex up. Will not be able to get any bunkers up, right? Either, because he lost all his SCVs. So that's a rough one. That is a rough one. But that means we're tied up again, and suddenly we are in a best of 5. A best of 5. Special is struggling in TVZ. I mean, if he is, it's even more impressive that he took out DRG, whose best matchup is ZVT. Special taking him out on the 7th. So that's like, how many days ago is that? 4 days ago. That's 4 days ago. It's pretty recent, right? But then yesterday, Dongregu taking out Innovation 2-0. So take that. Take from that what you will. Should have built that Rex on the other side of the rocks, yeah. Also, why were the SCVs going through the middle, you know? I guess he was not expecting the Overlord to just come straight down the middle overall, and maybe that was the thing. Interesting. I guess he just wanted to get a little bit more greedy, right? A little bit more of a greedy position. Just get himself a little bit closer to the Zerg and reduce the reinforcements range. So, kind of really packing more of a punch if it does manage to come up. If it does manage to get constructed. But it didn't, so ultimately that kind of backfired, right? Kind of backfired indeed. Anyway, here we are in another game. Very quickly it's tied up right here. This man pulling the trigger on the GG a lot earlier than his opponent did. The Brave Star Gamer, he is Dream. Top right side, Red Zerg fighting for the Afrika Freaks. He is none other than DRG. Alright. Barracks and refinery coming up on the other side. Hatchery is being built as well by DRG. Dream really showcasing some wonderful games this has created today. Don't know if you guys saw it, but especially that last game in that series. Oh my dear lord, was that something else? Fantastic stuff overall. Everything you could desire from StarCraft 2 really being showcased by those two players right there. How many disruptors again? I think 30, 31, 31? Something like that? I don't know. I don't know. You're gonna have to get yourself the replay pack if you want to figure that out. Motion would win this. Of course you would, Motion. You would win everything. 49. I mean, we could make that a 69 if we really wanted to, right? But we would be lying. We would be lying to Pack. Right, standard openings here for both these players this time around. Finally, the first real game here. As it is the best of 5 right now. The Proxy 2 Rex working out in 2 ways right now. And yeah. Tupac's like, yeah, let's lie about it, man. Why not? Why not? For the game, for the show. Quick third base there on the way for Mr. Dream. For that starport, even gets on the base or in the construction tab. It's funny that you say that, Motion, but then you don't know how to type Terran. I guess you kill them so quickly that you just don't know. You just don't know anything about them. You wrote the dictionary. Alright, fine. That's a lot of Zerglings on the right side here. Kind of looking perhaps to cause a bit of a stir on the other side. If they manage to catch one of these Hellions, and actually, oh my dear lord, those Hellions, they're scouting for this, but they managed to squeeze on by, weasel their way inwards. There's 2 more Hellions right here, but oh, they might be a surround right now. Only on the Marine. That's a rough one. The other 2 Hellions coming in now as well. And there's some proper micro here available for Dream. We'll be able to catch these Zerglings very, very nicely. So a bit of an investment there for DRG. Not quite working out, right? Trying to send those Zerglings in. But Dream just in a good position to defend against this. His hands didn't move. Interesting. That was with the Reaper right there. It was when the Queens just managed to get that one. Put this man in the next Super Series. Oh dear. That man would need to install StarCraft 2 first and foremost. He would need to learn how to which buttons to press to make the units go. But I'm pretty sure he would do it within 1 game, and then he would beat everyone. Alright, so let's take a look at what DRG is up to. He's getting himself the +1 and +1 for the Zerglings right now. Oh, we do not have a Baneling Nest yet. Okay, there it is, now being constructed at the same time as that layer attack. It's gonna go in straight for the natural base here. A lot of Marines though should be able to provide quite a bit of trouble for those Zerglings. And yeah, once again, a big clump of Zerglings here, not quite finding any type of damage here. Again, the Hellions as well, they will be coming backwards, so I suppose that's the one plus right here, that it's bringing these Hellions backwards. Gonna allow them to perhaps get a bit more creep spread going and stuff like this. It's an interesting move though. 9-1, interesting. What are they talking about? These guys, they seem like they're very friendly. Oh, DRG's now score? He's asking what the score is. I see. Oh, these are some funny people. DRG was like, alright, well, I guess I can't just tap out then. He's sacrificing so many links. I don't exactly know why. Hoping to catch a lucky break, I suppose. It's not like he's seeing the army of Dream moving out on the map. Maybe he's expecting it to, but it's not quite happening. There's 2 medevacs filled with Marines now, though, moving across. A full wall of almost available here. We'll be able to get it up in ready for the Zerglings just in the nick of time. But there's not that many Marines behind here. Most of the Marines, of course, on the other side right now. The Banelings are about to be ready, but there's no Baneling speed available to really facilitate a good engagement here. Not targeting them down as quickly as he could again either, but ultimately, does it really matter, as this is quite a lot of stuff. He did kill off 16 of these SCVs as well. Oh, with the mines. Not the greatest connections, not quite saving the day just yet, but at the same time, does he really need to? With this amount of firepower still available, ready to take out that base, DRG might be able to get a good amount of the SCVs, but ultimately losing a good amount of drones and losing his hatchery here. Would love to see him just take another base immediately right now, but then again, maybe that's just going to allow Dream another target to just jump on. And that's rough. That's rough indeed. Sending out more Marines, more Widow Mines. Maybe he plays in a 9-to-1 aspect ratio. Ah. Okay, there we are with the medevacs going for the natural base. That's pretty open. The Overlords do spot it though, so he will be able to get into a good position here. Sees him move out as well again, but oh my dear lord, that got close. That got quite hairy there. Banelings might be able to get a connection. No, again, I mean, that's just some nasty stuff here for Dream, or from Dream, I should say. It's moving back and forth, setting up a Widow Mine over here as well. It does get spotted, DRG. What a man. What a man, what a man. Okay, still holding on here. Without that third base available, though, that is still a very difficult situation for him to deal with. He's going to try to clean this up right now. But again, Dream just on top of this entire engagement right now. Just completely on a roll with how this game is going right here. A demanding lead right now, not only in the economy, but also in the army supply. Pretty much doubling the army supply of DRG here. I think we're going to go into game number 4 momentarily. As soon as DRG kind of realizes how far behind he really is. I think he already knows he's behind, he just doesn't know how far exactly he is. Banelings. Oh, Banelings here getting alright connections. Splits do come in at the last second though and save a lot of those Marines. Meaning that the Zergling's just not there to, not quite enough to kill off those Marines right there. And he taps out. Taps out. 2-to-1 there for Mr. Dream right now. Well played indeed. Well played indeed. That means we're going to go into another time of another advantage here on score for Mr. Dream. Nice shave. Well, thank you. I didn't shave today. Right. Like you asked, yes, of course I did. Of course I did. I shaved in your hearts. Ah, alright. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Akon. It's funny how we have Akon and we have Tupac in the in the chat at the moment. Shreyash, what's up, my man? Kozyu. Is that me? Am I Kozyu? Or is that Korean? That could be the case as well. Maybe I'm just being so how do you call this? Self-absorbed that I think it's about me, even though it might not be. It might not be the case. Alright. DRG and Dream. Man. It's a scrappy one so far, isn't it? Like, continuously, these guys just trying to get early game advantages and then either just crippling themselves, or I suppose that one time it did kind of work out. That's my anime name. Cosio! Cosio fighting! Ho 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 ho! Alright. DRG and Dream. Ice and Chrome, one of the bigger maps. Let's hope that this one is going to go into the long game, because I would love to see these guys go head to head for a little bit of a longer period of time. So far, neither of them really committing to that just quite yet, right? So, Olexiv and ITaX, thank you for the follow. Delbone1 as well, actually. I'm not sure if I called you out. Your favorite map, is it Ice and Chrome? Nice. Addicted to anime grills. Alright. Wang122122. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Wang. Lovely to have you here. Hamper01 as well. Thank you for the follow. You guys make my day. Make my day. In the top right side, we have ourselves that red Zerg. It's about to meet his maker once more. Here's the Afrika Freaks DRG. Let's put the score up here. I mean, he's once again going to be able to get the scout here. I suppose we'll just introduce him right here. It's the blue Terran player fighting for the Brave Star gaming community. He is Dream, the blue Terran. Did I say he's the blue Terran? I don't even know. What does 122122 mean? It means you're playing Protoss and you got +1 attack and then +2 armor and +2 shield. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with Dream here. Maybe he wasn't expecting to get into the finals and he just doesn't have the time to play the finals. Maybe that's what's happening. That could be the case. That could be the case. That happens to some people. Maybe he's just pulling a oh my dear lord. Oh, I mean, he GG'd out of that the previous time when this happens. Okay. Alright. Rip indeed. Well then. Oh dear lord, that was a bold proxy location indeed. I think he was hoping for the overlords to go in different directions, right? I mean, maybe. All right. What about this? What if? All right. No, okay. I may have an idea what is happening here, right? I may have an idea. Let's look this up. Okay, so. Okay, no, I don't know anymore. Dream has a really good TVC win rate as well. 57.38. I suppose it's still not as good as DRG, right? DRG probably still the favorite here overall, just in this particular matchup. But... Maybe Dream just doesn't want to play a macro game versus DRG. Dream, DRG. Dream is crazy good at double proxy racks. I mean, yes. He just won one of them out of the three. You know what? One's all you need. One's all you need. It's gonna get this score as quickly as possible to the 3 to... No, wait, it's 2 to 2 right now, so it would be 3 to 2. And then he's gonna ramp it up, right? That's when he's really gonna kick it into overdrive. And get his stuff rolling. It's just weird. I'm still confused as well by the Zergling run-bys there from DRG, right? Sometimes you see those Zergling run-bys just completely smash your opponents, and sometimes it's just like, alright, well, you're just throwing away units right now. You're just gifting away free money for your opponents, right? Just gifting him an advantage in this game overall. They'll never expect 7 proxy racks in a row, that's right. This is reminding me of that scene from the Blackadder when they're about the First World War. And they just keep doing the same strategy over and over again. For like 21 times or something. And they're like, they would never expect us to do something as batshit crazy as doing the same thing that didn't work 21 times before for a 22nd time. They'll never see it coming. Okay, in the bottom left side, we have ourselves a man on a mission. Let's see if he's going to go on that mission once more. He is the Blue Terran, the Brave Star Gamer. He is the Dream. Top right side, there is that red Zerg player fighting for the Afrika Freaks. He is DRG. Oh man, General Melchett. General Melchett. I love him. I don't know why, but he's just such a great character overall, isn't he? He's just like... He does this greatest thing where he just like, he makes sheep noises as he's kind of talking or as he's like... Bah! He just kind of does that. Whenever then... I don't know exactly when he does it. He just kind of does it as a thing when... It looks like he's thinking about something or I don't know. Trying to come up with a sentence. When he's like about to disagree with you, he's like, bah! Alright. You mean, Akon won his tournament with 7 Nidus all-ins in a row, really? Oh my dear lord. You naughty little man. Proxy Star, thank you for the follow. Also, Kofkun and Billy Zane 1. GL Firewater. Hamper01 as well, all of you. Lovely for you to join us. Hope you guys are enjoying these finals. These guys really giving it their all, of course, as is per usual. Isn't it kind of funny how right now it would have worked out with the barracks in the middle? It's always weird. It's always weird. It's always just a little bit of luck required when you're doing those proxy 2 Rexes. Not your fault. Everyone was Protoss. Alright. I mean, you're just making up excuses right now. We all know. We all know you were very happy that we're all Protoss. Ah, Defaced! What's up, my man? Motion's here as well, actually. He's talking about how he's gonna beat everyone in this game. As per usual. Oh, no, I thought he would get that drone. Not a single drone falling so far, but to be fair, I mean, forcing 4 spore crawlers to be created there, that's probably as good as killing 1 drone, right? Or maybe, yeah. Uh-oh. Alright. Scooting around, zooming. Looking for a opportunity to score some more kills on the Reap Tumus. Oh, this is his chance. Doesn't go for it. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Gonna wait for his Hellion brethren to come in as well. Pick a fight then with the Zerglings again. Arguino, thank you for the follow as well. Alright. Third base for DRG there. Nice and secure. The 3 queens looking to kind of just disjoint the Hellion aggression here. This is a strategy where you put the Hellions next to the cliff and shoot the Reaper upwards, hoping to catch a couple of those Zerglings. Also, it provides a little bit of a safe haven for that Reaper right there, of course. Try to get that scouting off. Circling here into the main base as well. Queen's attacking a creep tumor for some reason. You know what? You might as well do something. You're gonna go mad with boredom otherwise. Maybe he just did and that's why he's doing it. Who knows? Who knows? Alright, Dream. What is his plan here? He's making more Hellions. I think he just stopped making them, but he got a good amount. 8 of them in total right now. There we go. Gets a couple of creep tumors. Losing a Hellion though, that's never the greatest of things to have happen, but yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate that there is still that other creep tumor there, so overall the creep spreading not going to be delayed all that much. Unless if he does manage to get a couple more. I've mentioned this before, but we did see actually innovation, more so incorporating Ravens as well with the TVZ matchup. And he just opens up with a single one, and then he uses the Raven with the Hellions. And then he can just shoot down so many more creep tumors. Super efficiently. Doesn't have to scan continuously either. It's a great way to kind of make use of that. For that flying unit, of course. You do delay the rest of your medevac production and all that good stuff. Getting spotted by that Zergling right there, trying to move out with the medevacs. DRG is going to send his Zerglings across the field, realizing there might be an opportunity here. And there are those Marines already in the wall as well, so nice preemptive. Oh, wait, he does get us around here. Is this enough Zerglings? It looks like it is. Oh, my dear. No, actually, with the SCVs there. Man, the SCV's saving the day. But on the other side, again, a Hellbat push, actually. Man, Dream really digging his Hellbat pushes right now. Cleaning up the Spore Crawler will safeguard those medevacs. The Banelings are ready, but a lot of them stuck behind the Queens right now. Not quite engaging as they want to. An alright trade, I would say, there for Dream. Overall, still on 60 works versus 57. It's looking pretty good for Dream here. Solid stuff so far. Steerch is just not getting himself up to a crazy drone count as we may expect from a Zerg. Alright, trying to target down these bio units, but ultimately I don't see him really getting too much. Nice micro there from Dream, not taking too many losses there either. This is a scrappy one. This is a scrappy one. Yeah, Zest actually went 0-3 versus DRG. DRG really was on fire against him. Although, to be fair, Zest didn't really do anything extraordinary, right? He just kind of went for the adept glaive attack twice in a row. Wait, did he do it twice in a row? I think yeah, he did do it twice in a row. Both of them, the times, DRG just kind of figuring it out, absolutely going for the counter. Not taking a single drone loss, really, in any of those moments. And then ultimately just kind of being ready for the rest of this, the series when it was on Golden Wall, I believe. Cess was like, you know what, I'm not going to go for an in-depth pressure here. I'm just going to go across the, well, more so the macro route. And at that time, he got, what was it, 14 pulled? 12 pulled? One of those. Alright, so DRG kind of gaining some momentum here. Not quite winning the game just yet, but doing alright. Has some Mutalisk now on the field as well, so should be able to get the pick off on these Marines with the medevac as well. 2 Queens still remaining. Yep, it's a rough one there for Dream. Losing a couple of units. DRG quite heavily supply blocked though. Needs to start up a couple more Overlords. There we go. 2 more extra added in. Going up to 4 in that production line. How many Mutalisks do we have right now? It's just 9 Mutalisk. Should have more than enough of a response force here for Dream with the 14 Marines with the 4 Widow Mines as well. Couple of missile turrets here and there. And Dream taking a 4th base. It looks like we're finally gonna get ourselves a macro game between these two. We had to bring it down to a best of 3 before they really started to incorporate the macro style of their own. Which I think both of these players are shining, right? Like, honestly, both of these players are really good at the macro. Really, really good at just controlling those late game army compositions. Being great with that positioning. Looking out for where their opponents are and continuously trading blows as they're trying to take out bases of their opponents. And that was kind of what I was expecting from these two, but this is the first time we're seeing it. So when things are getting more real, that's when things are... Ooh, nice retargeting there with that Widowmine. Getting 4 banelings there. Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. Yeah, Zest already played. He was not really impressive this time around, unfortunately. Being very predictable for DRG, and DRG just taking full advantage. Slight engagement right here. Banelings and Zerglings still should be enough to hold against what Dream has. The amount of Banelings, actually a big counter-attack right now. Those Zerglings into the 3rd base, gonna find themselves against that planetary as well. Probably doesn't have enough to really kill that off, but can get a Thor here. As he is going to take the fight as well on this other side. The Mutalisks do clump up quite heavily, but there's not enough Widowmines here to really punish those Mutalisks or Thors. That other Thor did get saved as well, though. This force of Marines wants to get nibbled onto by those Zerglings. He wants to get a good trade here, but has to push backwards as the rest of the reinforcing units of Dream come backwards as well. And here we go. We're really team rolling into this this crazy game right now. It's both these players trying to find blows, trying to find weaknesses of their opponents, and utilizing those, as we're also kind of seeing the big fights happening at the same time. Dream getting the expansion at the 6 o'clock, still has this planetary, of course. Mutalisk might be enough, actually. How many? Only +1 air weapons. Okay, let's see. We'll be able to clean up the missile turrets for now, but ultimately has to get out of there as the reinforcements of Dream comes in as well. A lot of Widowmines here on the way over to the Zerg base as well, so any type of counter-aggression here can be thwarted rather nicely, right? Zerglings may even go down before they actually get even close to the Terran base, as Dream is pushing in on 2 sides right here. Trying to figure out, again, which side is the weakest here. Big blow on those Mutalisks. They're all in the yellow right now. Not as beefy if they do go for a fight. Okay, the Widowmine not quite getting a good connection. That one doesn't either. A lot of Mutalisks do feel like they went down, but does still turn out to be a good fight there for DRG. The problem is, though, of course, in his back line, he's under a lot of pressure. More Zerglings are needed in the main base right now. DRG doesn't quite have enough either to really push through into that 3rd base or the natural base, the main base. Okay, looks like that will be cleaned up as well again here. Both these players not really taking immense amounts of damage so far. Just kind of going blow for blow as Dream once again moving across here. Continuously back and forth, and no real winner quite yet available to see. I guess I'm liking Dream's position here a little bit better, as we're seeing Dream on a similar amount of bases. Let's see how many orbitals he has, though. Only 3 of them, so probably wants to get himself a couple more SCVs here, or a couple more orbitals to really ensure that he has a good economy going for himself. As, yeah, we can clearly see DRG actually in that income advantage here, taking quite a lead. Seeing where this army is of Dream. The creep spread would be nice if that keeps going a little bit further, right? Would love to see the creep already around these corners of the map, but these guys have been going at it for so long continuously that, you know what, I'm not surprised to not see that much creep spread available right now on the minimap, on the map overall, of course. Brute Lords in production now, 2 more. In total, gonna go up to 4. No, actually 7 already available. That's going to be 8 Brute Lords here. This top left base, that's going to be picked off rather nicely. But 7 Brute Lords here should be able to do quite a number on the low amount of Thors available for Dream here. Gonna set off those Widow Mines as well. Dream immediately pulls backwards as soon as he sees this. What is this response so far against these Broodlords? Is he gonna go for Ghosts? Is he gonna go for more Thors? Is he gonna go for Vikings? You need something. You can't just fight this with Marines and Widow Mines. Marauders are nice, but ultimately you're gonna need something else. Actually, all the Banelings going in for the offensive there. A little bit weird as now he leaves all those Broodlords undefended. Banelings trying to clean up as best as they can, but ultimately, actually, still 3 Thors available here. More Zerglings and Marines coming in. A very disjointed attack, and DRG actually taps on out of there. Perhaps a little bit too soon in my opinion, but man, that was a very scrappy fight. To be fair, DRG really not doing what he needed to in that fight, and Dream taking full advantage of that situation. Just slapping DRG's army down, killing off all those Broodlords, and well, that's gonna put Dream on match point right here. He messed up that fight, but he was okay. Yeah, I think so as well. I don't know, maybe DRG just a little bit tilted at himself at how badly he made that fight turn out for him, right? Going for the offensive with the Banelings, that was the biggest mistake that he could make. He was forcing the overall bio units into him, right? You can't just... He didn't have that many Thors, so overall, those Broodlords, they were bound to get a lot of value. And as long as you keep trading like that, you're going to get out on top. So the bio forces are going to be forced to move underneath the Broodlords to try and shoot them down, but then... you have the Banelings there, right? So you actually take away the biggest part for the Terran there, which is the microing, the stutter stepping backwards and leading Banelings and Zerglings over the Widow Mines. And if you take that out of the equation, that becomes a much better fight for the Zerg. And instead, DRG just kind of rolling everything forwards and then being like, huh, well, I guess I lost my main defense for the Broodlords. That's horrible. That's horrible. I don't know, Kev. Mr. Don's game in chat. What's happening here? Oh, I see. There's an actual I don't know, Kev here. Alright. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, guys. Next game is coming up right now. Golden Wall has been chosen. DRG still has to win 2 games right now. Versus the only 1 game needed for Dream. It's gonna be a tough one. We'll have to wait and see. Gonna have to wait and see if this is gonna be enough here for Mr. Dream. Here we go. Here we go. Sub Oneer, thank you for the follow. As well as Kenosis, Arguino. All very much appreciated. Hope you guys are enjoying the StarCraft 2 content here. Brought to you by ITaX. I'm Gozen. I'm your caster here today. Alright. Just waiting a quick second here. Are we gonna have the proxy Rex? Or are we not? There we go. That's the score. In the bottom left side. The blue Terran. He's doing it. He's staying in his base. He's the one and only Brave Star gamer known as Dream. Bottom right side on this map, of course, there's the red Zerg player. Felt like he was a little bit tilted with how he played that one. Will he be able to get his, you know what, overall score settled here in this one? The red Zerg, Afrika Freaks, DRG. Really needs to get his bearings in this one, right? Needs to get things under control. Needs to settle the score. Needs to tie it up. And take another game. Previous time we saw him on this map, he went for a spawning pool first. Going up against Zest right there and making it work absolutely lovely. I think that's just an overall okay strategy to do here on this map. Throw a wrench in the gears of his opponents. Put a car seat in the soup of Dream right there. Just really throw him off in a sense, right? Double gas here for Dream already as well. Looking to grab that factory as quickly as possible. Not even gonna invest into a Reaper here for the scouting. So we could be having ourselves a bit of a, you know what, a Roach Warren that could do quite well if it, because it's not likely to get scouted here. Alright, DRG. He's gonna go for that third base. I would assume he will, seeing the amount of drones still on the production tab right now. Imagine he would send that that drone out rather quickly to the top, so we're not having anything else right now being mined out at the bottom, of course. DRG, 4 links in total. Dream looking for overlords to snipe with those marines. As you do. Not quite finding them though. It's not the biggest of deals. Would be a nice little, you know what, benefit for him, I suppose. To already having made those initial marines. That is that third base now. Not incredibly quickly, but it's rather safe, right? It's already over, well, it's already saturated on both his bases. There is the Roach Warren right now. Alright, so we were talking about it. I think DRG realized there's no Reaper on the map, so it's going to be difficult for Dream really to get the scout off. Already has 2 queens there as well, so actually 3 queens, right? Should be difficult. Sending those links to the top left as well. It's going to delay these Hellions even further from getting any scouting done. Getting any type of information. There is that fusion core on the way though. Dream going for the battlecruiser tactic here. Very interesting. A lot of gas being mined to start making those Ravagers as well from the Roaches. The Hellions going to see that this base is rather late overall. Not as quick as you would imagine it should be. But of course not going to be able to see the Roaches just quite yet. Could also still be a Spire, right? Very often we see Zergs going for the Spire build. Where is this battlecruiser being produced? Oh, there it is. Okay, he went for double battlecruiser. I was like, why is he not producing a battlecruiser? It's because he has a second starpod. Alright, double battlecruiser play right here. That's going to leave him quite open for these Roaches, but as soon as they pop, of course, that's going to be one hell of a fireworks show. Will it be enough, though? Or is DRG going to be able to land a decisive blow onto his opponents here before he's going to be able to get any substantial firepower available for himself? In come the Ravagers being constructed right now. I'm not even sure if I like that right at this moment in time. Don't think he needs the biles as much as he thinks he needs them. There's no siege tanks. There's not that much bio. In come the Roaches. Oh dear. Dream, he really desperately right now needs those battlecruisers to finish up. They're almost ready. They're almost there, but it's still a little bit off. The SCV damage is going to be starting right here, right now. There is that first initial battlecruiser. Are we just going to see more and more links streaming across the map before the battlecruisers can really finish anything off here? SCV is going down as quickly as you can say. Bye-bye, Mr. SCV. Oh, trying to target down the second starport there. Trying to deny his second battlecruiser, but there it is already, of course. 20 SCVs have come down. Already a substantial amount of damage. The Zerglings attacking the bunker there. Not the most important thing to shoot, but there's, you know what, moment as well. More Zerglings streaming on through absolutely everywhere. The mining has completely stopped here for Dream. He's roaming around trying to get as much damage as possible still. That command center needs to get lifted up. Alright, does save that one for now. For 30 SCVs. How many more are going to go down in this situation as DRG is just setting himself up with a ton of spore crawlers back at home. 5, alright, I thought that was more. But still, 5 spore crawlers. It's going to be nice. The battlecruisers scooting on through, trying to get on top of the queens. It's still 2 battlecruisers, right, with the Yamatos as well available. So, very, very high in that firepower right here. 3 queens will not be available or ready to really deal with these 3 battlecruisers. Another Yamato is going to be available here. There we go. Bye-bye, Mrs. Queen. And DRG taps out. GG is called. DRG was not feeling it right there. Man, what in the... Dream. Just coming across. I thought DRG would make like 3 spore crawlers in every single base. That's what he needed to do right there, right? But I guess he didn't have the money. Alright, anyway. That is unfortunate. That is very, very unfortunate. Not quite being able to handle the battle cruisers there, even though he knew they were coming for quite a while. I suppose you do invest a lot into those roaches and the zerglings, but it's a bit of a bummer. Anyway, guys, I'm going to continue onwards with casting for a little bit longer. And that's going to be over on my own stream. That's going to be on the Trovo channel, Kozan. So let me actually try to get you guys into that, into the information zone right here, where you are actually aware what this is going to be happening. I'm going to be doing some, you know what, viewer replay casting. It's going to be on this channel. And if you want your own replays to be casted, well, definitely go check out the Discord server. That one is right here. So yeah, if you want your replays to be casted, join that Discord channel. And yeah, come check it out. Come check it out, guys. Would be greatly appreciated. Hope you will have some fun seeing yourself being casted as well. And yeah, all right. See you in a little bit. Right over there. I got to set it up a little bit as well, of course, but we're going to start it as soon as I can. And yeah, be right back. All right. Love you. Bye-bye. Man, Dream. What a show.